Morning, people. It is Tuesday, the 20th of February, and you are tuned into TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And I'm one of your lovely hosts for today, my own royalty.
And they call me man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer, news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
That is right. How is everybody this morning?
Yeah, hey, can't complain.
Love that. Brent, how are you doing? I switched my mic.
Morning. I am blessed and highly favored. Thank you very much. Good morning, Von.
Morning,
Good
Von.
morning, Davina. Good
One
morning.
said something yesterday that was so funny. Sorry
did you say?
to interrupt. It was when Ebony said about how our hair's dead hair. We can see the hair's dead hair. One goes, so you're all bald like me then? I said, sir, it's you, Mugs. Sorry, Brent.
Have you ever been attracted to bald men?
I told you, that's my vibe. I like bald men and men with level 1. I don't like men. Actually, I've gone a few levels. I don't know. What's that talk? Can I forget my situation? I just like men with like plain haircuts. I don't like things. Here's my truth. I don't like locks. Obviously, when I was watching Bob Marley, I thought, oh, it's cute. Then I saw Michael Ward with it. I said, excuse me. Then I'm not someone who likes men with hair like that. I like men with low maintenance hair. They wake up, zhuzh up, and if anything, but it's not so much that we're zhuzhing up.
Yeah.
So low haircuts is my vibe. Very low haircuts.
Okay.
And bold.
Would it be an ick if a man asked you to, I guess it kind of would be.
Braid his
ask you-
hair.
Huh?
Oh, sorry.
No, to wash his hair. So say his hair was kind of long.
You must think this is some 90s movie. This is Love Jones. You're over the sink. My friend, go and pay a hairdresser. I'm joking. I would do it because if it's my man, like I'm very much take care of my person.
Okay.
I take care of less. So of course my partner will take care of them. But in terms of what I select, it's not what I go for. I don't see a guy with locks and I'm like, ooh. I find him very attractive. I'm just naturally attracted to men with low or from low to no haircuts.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just my vibe. It's just what I like. I've
Doesn't
never
it-
dated a guy with locks.
Doesn't it depend on how the style matches the face? Or not really? It's just certain styles just not really for you.
Like I feel like that was God's intention for man.
What, to keep it short?
So actually no, Samson had long hair. I feel like you always. I haven't seen a guy whose short hair doesn't suit. Who I'm like, you should grow your hair out. A guy. Here's my truth again. A guy growing his hair out is like my man waking up 10 years into our marriage or relationship and he's telling me that he wants to be a rapper. It's the same energy. It's the same thing. It's like, oh my gosh. What am I supposed to do? It's the same thing for me. Like a guy just waking up and saying, I want to grow my hair out. I'll be like, oh, that's what are we dealing with? What's happened? Like,
I hate you.
do you know what I mean? So, but I think in terms, I've never met a guy and thought, oh, you should actually grow your hair out or having long hair will suit you. I look at guys, I think piercings will look nice on certain guys, but I don't think you should grow your hair out.
Is a man too old to have certain piercings though?
No, because it's about like his style.
Okay.
Because some people I feel like you can be older and not look old. It's all about how you carry yourself. It's all about how you style yourself and stuff like that. So, nah. But obviously, if you're like, my man was 65 and he's talking about he wants to get a piercing. Actually, I probably wouldn't mind. There's certain things that's like, you know what, it is what it is. Like, if you want to do it, live. Yeah. I think I want to get a tattoo, but I don't know. I'm scared I might be allergic. My life is just a joke. I feel like I need to see if they do. I don't know if they do patch tests for them.
I don't even know,
Yeah.
The man to ask is coming in.
But he wouldn't know that because he just goes and gets them. He's a killie. I was thinking about getting a patch test for a tattoo.
A patch test?
Yeah, it's when they
use it?
no, they do like a little dot to see if I'm allergic. And you leave on for like 24 to 48 hours. See if I react.
You might have an allergic reaction to the ink or something.
That's what. So that's yeah. Because obviously I'm allergic to dye. Well, not dye actually. Like henna and stuff. So if it's got the same ingredients as henna, I could be. But I might just do it on a whim one day.
Would it be an ick for you if your man is allergic to life?
No, but it depends what he's allergic to, though.
The things that you're allergic to.
No, it wouldn't be an ick, because I still live a very full life. But if his allergies means that we can't live, I don't think we'd make it down the altar, because I have to cater to that, and I don't like stress. So,
If everything that you want to do, he's like, oh, I'm allergic to this aspect of what we want to do.
then we're not compatible. We're not though.
So it'll be an ick for you.
If I say because I want to travel a lot, and he's like, I can't. I'm allergic to the planes.
Suppose he doesn't even want to get on the, because he's a germaphobe and he doesn't want to get on a plane because of all of the dusty seats and stuff.
Yeah, so see,
He
I'm not.
makes a fuss about it.
No, but I'm not his worry. I shouldn't be his priority. He needs to sort that out. Because being a germaphobe is actually like it's a mental thing. Because I'm a germaphobe, but not. I mean, my mum thinks I'm extreme, but there's levels to me, boy. But if his like affects how he lives, then being with me is not your priority. You got other things. You got bigger fish to fry, and you need to go fry that because I'm on this side frying something else.
So, would you want a man who doesn't have the same afflictions that you have?
Yeah, because I feel like that's what makes you compatible. That's what makes you. We can't both be down bad. That's ridiculous.
So you couldn't date a man with extreme hay fever?
I have asthma and hay fever. What are you two? Who's gonna take care of who? Nah, man.
So you want to take one of the good crop from the girls who don't have your afflictions?
Yeah, because it's like when it's like when short girls they're like 4 foot talking about they want a 6 foot guy. Why are you being greedy? A 5 foot guy will be perfect for you, sis. So yeah, it's kind of like that.
What do you feel
It's
about that,
balance.
What do you feel about that, Mags?
What about the tallness?
No, who wanting
A man who doesn't have
good?
a man who gets to live the life I don't.
You think it's fair?
Well, she wants good things for herself.
Thank you.
I like how you
King.
put that.
Thank you, King. Gosh, I missed you. Thank you very much. Exactly. I want to be with someone who gets to experience things I didn't get to experience. I can't eat pasta and stuff in restaurants, but I want to see him enjoy the lobster linguine I'm unable to enjoy.
Live vicariously for a man.
Exactly.
I hear it, Brent.
This is why white girls want what they want, right?
It's too far.
This is why black men want what they want, right?
They say don't work both
Do you know what?
ways.
Fair, actually. Yeah, that's fair. No, so when you said white girls, I just thought to take it on men and it's triggered me. I feel like when I get my man, I don't care who dates who. That's everyone's business. You can date wherever you want to date because I'm already my home. But yeah, to be fair, actually, yeah. Maybe they want to get to live, they want to enjoy a racist-free life through their partner. Yeah, they can do that. I'm here for ease of love, man. It's an everyday struggle, love. So if that means, you get to see your wife enjoy white privilege, go forth, King, because you'll never experience that. So you might as well enjoy through her. I hear it, man.
Watch her send a couple of emails and stuff.
Watch her be a Karen, and you could never be a Karen. I love that. I'm here for it.
All right. Good morning, Davina, Charles, Mark, Danny, Omega. Good morning, Everest. Good morning, Amy Snow Globe. Good morning, Christopher. Good morning, Abby. Good morning, Crud Crew. Good morning, Crucial J. Good morning, Life of Budge. Good morning, am I pronouncing that right? Life of Budge, or is it B-O-J?
I said BOJ to piss him off. But I think it's Bodge.
Okay.
I think I've asked him this before if he's the artist.
He's probably said it before.
Yeah, I think he has.
Good morning, Izzy Bambino. Good morning, Purple Hells. Good morning, Dr. Amani.
Morning, Dr. Amani.
All right,
And everybody. How you doing, Marks?
I'm all right, man. I forgot my phone.
Today?
Just turn back for it.
Did you defend us? You don't use sat nav. So how far in your journey did you remember you forgot?
This is what I was trying to work out with the mess because I remembered when I got to my car. So
That's good.
Huh?
That's good then.
Yeah, but my timing, I was trying to work out where the 10, 15 minutes came from because the walk to my car is like 3 or 4. Okay, that thing. Like, in my mind, I'm supposed to be like 5 minutes late.
Yeah, but then when you picked up your phone and you're coming down, were you then on your phone while you're coming down? Because that slows you down.
Potentially.
Yeah.
See, last time I done that, I just came in without the phone and Brent thought I was a psychopath. And I was going to do it again, but
Gosh, you drove in silence. You're a music man. I would have gone out before you go back.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I thought. That's when I thought you clocked when you went to Listen to a Scissor song. He said, oh, I haven't got the phone.
Yeah, no, but this time I'm gonna go somewhere after, so I have to go back and get it. But I'm alright. I'm fresh, ready for the world.
Love that. Love that. Love that.
Ready for the world.
I was going to ask
It
Brent
feels
how
like Monday. I wasn't here yesterday. Sorry, guys.
Oh, no, it's all right. Say it feels like Monday.
For me, it does.
I don't know what it feels like.
Have you seen One Day on Netflix? It's a series.
This is what, do I need to?
Yeah, you should. No, you don't need to. Don't need to do anything. But you should. It's good.
Is that Brent's recommendation?
It's mine and all.
It's life's recommendation. Good things.
I said life.
Good things you want.
So dramatic.
Good things you want.
So annoying.
One day,
Do you
yeah.
think he's got producer credits on the flipping show?
Do I get a premise or?
It's a love story.
Oh, okay.
He said, It's a love story. It's really nice. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's mostly themes I want to basically chop up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so if it is that you're up to speed, then it'll be great for you to be involved in the conversation. Because you
When?
might have a different take. You might have the same take as me.
All right. At
In
what point?
respect
Like, do I need
the-
to watch this today?
I don't know if you could get through all of it.
Yeah, because like 14 episodes.
But it's
Shut up.
25 minutes a pop.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not an hour.
Okay. I don't know why I thought it was longer. Oh, no, I'm thinking of the auntie's TikTok. I watched a lot of it weekend. It's really good though. Yeah, just add it to your list. Something
it
to
called?
watch. One Day.
One day.
I think it's trending #1 when you go Netflix, actually. It's a white guy and an Indian lady. Well, sorry about that. It's an Asian lady. South Asian lady.
Okay.
Yeah. It's actually good.
Yeah.
It's actually good.
Stored.
Do you think people need to watch the show to explore the themes?
No, but it would be nice because I want him to use names and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the references that he's
Oh, yeah.
got in his brain.
But yeah, man. All right. Let's get into our headlines.
Let's go.
All right, so our first headline. The United States has drafted a United Nations Security Council resolution calling for a temporary ceasefire in the Gaza Strip as soon as practical and opposing an Israeli ground offensive on the southern city of Rafah. So the draft, which has been seen by Al Jazeera, seen by them yesterday, said that the Security Council should underscore its support for a temporary ceasefire in Gaza as soon as practical, based on the formula of all hostages being released, while also lifting all barriers to the provision of humanitarian assistance at scale in Gaza. Reporting from UN headquarters in New York, Al Jazeera's diplomatic editor, James Bays, says that Washington's draft resolution appeared to show a significant change in language. He goes on to say, for the first time, the US is proposing the word ceasefire. Even though this is exactly what Keir Starmer was doing yesterday as well. That is significant because Israel did not want the word ceasefire in any resolution, and now it is the US which is proposing it. It's not clear whether the draft resolution will be put to a vote, but we will keep you guys updated. Next headline, big trigger warning on this one. Police have named 3 young siblings that were found dead in a deeply distressing incident at a Bristol home. Officers were called to Blaze Walk in the Sea Mills area of the city at 12:40 a.m. on Sunday after receiving a concern for welfare call. The 3 children found at the property have been named by police as siblings, Faris Bash, Jory Bash, and a 9-month-year-old called Mohammed Bash. So 7-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 9-month-year-old. A 42-year-old woman has been arrested on suspicion of murder. She remains in police custody at hospital in a non-life-threatening condition. Chief Inspector Vix Hayward Mellon from Avon and Somerset Police said that post-mortems will now take place to establish the children's cause of death. They are likely to be completed by the end of this week. Sad news. And the last headline, also trigger warning on this one, guys. And Constance Marten, who's 36, and Mark Gordon, 49, are on trial accused of the manslaughter of their newborn daughter, Victoria. This is the...
The bad people.
Yeah, exactly. So wealthy aristocrat Constance Marten told police that she debated whether to cremate her baby girl with a bottle of petroleum. That's what a court heard. The 36-year-old and her partner, Mark Gordon, 49, are on trial at the Old Bailey in London, accused of the manslaughter of their daughter, Victoria. The court had previously been told that the child's body was found amongst other items in a bag days after the couple were tracked down by police following weeks on the run between January and February of last year. In a recording from March 2023 played to the court, Martin said that she kept the body because she wanted a proper burial but didn't know what to do. She also told police that, I don't know if you found I don't know if you found there's a bottle of petroleum in the bag because I debated. Sorry, that is actually in the thing. But anyway, because I debated whether to cremate her myself, get rid of the evidence, but I decided to keep her because I knew at some point in the future I was going to be asked about it, but I just didn't know what to do. And that's it for the headlines, guys.
Do people get less time for going into detail like that?
I don't know.
I wouldn't.
I don't think so.
I've been caught.
They're probably just thinking, yeah, no.
So they've got nothing to lose.
Have you ever stolen anything in your life, Esther?
Maybe like a bag I didn't pay for.
That is what, by accident?
I intentionally did not pay for the bag. Or have I stolen anything by accident?
No, have you still gone into a store with intent to steal something and
No.
you have succeeded?
No.
How about you, Emmanuel?
Oh.
Mags?
Yeah,
Is it what is it, like sweets and stuff?
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that's me too, innit? But have you
As a kid.
elevated? Have you?
So like what kind of goods?
Maybe uptrend.
Like what kind of goods?
Yeah, that's what kind of goods would you steal as an adult?
Like have you ever seen the shows where you walk in and then you put on clothes under your clothes and then walk out to see if it works?
The stores.
Yeah.
Nah.
How about you?
People do that a lot though.
I'd steal it though.
As in what? What do you mean?
I mean, I'd steal anything.
As in more brazenly? You don't want to put it. You want to be incognito.
Like I'll take it.
So we have to tag out, let them know, yeah, I'm walking out
Like,
with this
what's the
new.
guidance eyes whilst you're walking out? Yeah, what? Do something.
Like I wouldn't walk in anywhere with the intentions to steal anything. But
When
if
the spirit hits.
no, if I saw opportunity to take something and I could get it for free, why wouldn't I take it? Like anything as well. Even if I never had no intention of getting it at all. Say I saw something and like, I don't know, the air tag thing wasn't on it or the security thing wasn't on it. And I was like, oh,
Okay.
fine, guess that's mine.
Yeah.
Not finders keepers.
That's basically I play finders
In
keepers.
a shop, you know.
In any establishment, apart from my people's houses.
That's so
Is it
funny.
due to your rearing that has you not looking to go in and five-finger discount things? Was it good upbringing? Was it the fear of your mother?
Oh no, I've never been like a thief like
I
that.
hear you. I've never been like a thief. I hear that. For some people, it's not a case that they need to steal this.
They just have to.
It's just a power trip. Yeah.
Are they
I feel
called
mischievous. I need,
Kleptomaniacs. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
well,
yeah.
there are those, and then there are those who I want to live by my own law, forget the law of the land type of thing. And that's the vibe you give me sometimes. So I wondered why it stopped at just trapping.
No, because I don't know. I think it's just a different mindset of the thief. Is a different mindset.
A bit
So,
degraded.
I don't know. It's just weird for me. So like I
I
said,
could pay for that, so why am I? It's
Yeah.
a flex to pay for it.
I just wouldn't walk into a situation with the intention of saying that, oh, when I go into the shop today, I'm gonna steal something. I don't understand that mindset. But if there was the opportunity to get it, if the opportunity arose that I can get it for free, I'll take it.
You've stolen pharmaceuticals before from other people, though. Granted, it did have a tag on it and it wasn't in the store, but you've taken stuff from people that didn't belong to you.
That's different though,
Talk to me through how that's different.
because it's not. If I took something off people, it's not hard-working, innocent people.
So the shop is?
Huh?
The shop is?
The shop is
store
hard-working,
is?
innocent. Yeah, the store.
Sainsbury's, Tesco,
Yeah, that's somebody's business.
M&S,
That's somebody's business.
the government's business?
It's not government.
The people who are thieving from us, the taxpayers?
So what are you advocating for? So why aren't you a pickpocket?
I'm just posing
Why
questions.
aren't you a pickpocket?
Before we jump into the topic of the day, it just came to my head. This question, so I'm just asking, just throw it into the room, innit?
Yeah, no, again, everybody's different, but I think people's establishment should be respected. You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna.
Well, if
go
it
in
is
there.
that you
It's
don't
the
have
fair
the
trade, innit? Use your coin.
I hear you saying the establishment should be respected, but how come the people who had a business but didn't have walls around them, you decided, yep, I'll have that.
It wasn't illegal. It wasn't a legal business.
So everything in the illegal world,
It was up for
fair
grabs.
game.
Up for grabs.
Of
Okay.
course, it's all fair game. I can't tell you nothing. We're all doing illegal stuff. What kind of rules are you talking about?
Fair enough. And
There ain't no honor amongst thieves.
yeah, I hear you. And you've also been stolen from, right?
I mean, potentially. Yeah.
Did you feel like a victim? How did you feel?
Just sad.
Sad.
Thank you very much for entertaining me.
So
Did I press the button?
No, you did
No.
not.
Times Fernand scans his olive bread as regular bread.
You know what? Fair.
So what? Fernand, answer this, yeah. So you take 2 breads to the thingy then? This is
No.
how-
No. Listen, give Fernand his thieving accolades. No, because you know it's one of those where you have to enter it. It's like when you get Pink Lady apples, but you say you're the Granny Smiths.
Oh, because you get loose apples. What loose bread is
Fernand's
it?
getting loose bread. You know,
Oh,
the bakery
yeah,
ones, the special
part.
bakery
yeah,
ones.
Yeah. Pardon me, sorry.
You can do it with fruit and veg and stuff. It's easy. It's like with the self-checkout. You think you want me to type in avocado? Like, you lost your mind.
You're just kidding me.
That's going to be like £6 as well.
You're so cheeky because they didn't ask you to type it, just press it. This is just it's right there.
No, that's too easy. It's that you go in the bag.
That's so funny, man.
So you lot are not mistakenly taking like salmon and stuff.
Listen, I should be mistaken. Salmon is flipping
I'm
expensive.
telling you.
I used to waste salmon back in the day. I remember I was on what was that on? I remember I was recording with 2 queens in a pod, Iman and Leah and Black Girls Living, and they were rinsing me. They were like, "You're wasting salmon," but this was like back 3 years ago. Now,
Crazy.
if I'm not sure I want to eat the salmon, I'm not taking it out of the freezer. It's stupid.
Too expensive.
It's so expensive. It's actually crazy. But I wish I had it in me to do that though. Like the things I get convicted about, I find it interesting. Sometimes my moral compass. Because I've walked out of shops, you know when you're holding something, you forget you're holding it. I've gone back to pay for it, you know.
Yeah, that's good though.
But then sometimes
I wouldn't.
my moral compass should hit
If I
me
walked out of
somewhere
the shop
else.
because I forgot to pay for something, and then I remember I'm outside the shop, why the hell am I going back for? It's like it's happened now.
That's
It wasn't even intentional. So there's nothing to feel bad about.
it wasn't intentional.
It was a genuine accident. There's not even nothing to feel bad about here. This is just life. This is what happened.
So why not take it back next time you're going past that way?
What the hell are you talking about? Why would I take it back?
Dropping by, it's just,
It's mine now.
That's true.
Possession, 9/10 of the law.
Nah, I find morals so
Is that
funny,
still a
man.
thing?
No idea.
It's what thing?
People used to always say possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's not.
It's 9 times the law.
9/10 of
That's
the
what
law.
I'm saying. So if you got it, it's yours, basically.
People are finding crazy ways to be thieves. Just say you want to steal. Just steal in peace, man. What? No. But no, man. Yeah.
Yes. Our topic of the day. Quick question, yeah. Obviously, we've spoken about assimilation, integration, all that type of stuff in the show, yeah. And we've typically kind of spoken about it from our perspective as black people, this, that, and the third. But the question is, as people who, born here, grew up here, whatever it may be, or at least been in the country for, I don't know, decades, whatever, do you feel like the government should kind of test those people who want to, or who claim that they want to integrate into society? So like them asylum seeker tests.
Yeah.
Do you feel like they should be a thing?
They're having to do it. They're having to do tests
Yeah.
to get into society.
The citizenship test.
Yeah, exactly. That's
If I come in
debatable.
for an asylum, I don't have time for exams. I'm on the run. You think I've got time to be studying?
But don't have to prove that what you're saying, your story is legit.
Yeah, so you can contact. Oh, I said something wild. You can contact the people that have ran me out of town to see if it's real or not. But telling you what colours and the Union Jack doesn't prove that I need asylum. If I know the answers to the test, you should know I'm a fraud. Because you're telling me in all my runnings, I had time to be studying.
Well, it's two different things, right?
Yeah.
So the citizen test is, I think, those people who are not asylum seekers as
Yeah.
such, right? I feel like I could be wrong, but I'm kind of speaking generally here. A lot of them are already in the country,
Okay.
and they're just trying to get permanent stay and stuff like that. But asylum seeker test or questions that they ask you may be like, okay, why are you in the country?
Okay.
What's the circumstances? Why are you leaving? Like, who's after you?
Oh yeah, that
sort
should
of stuff.
happen. That should happen.
Cool.
So you're asking if that should be optional?
I'm saying both. So both of these things, but essentially, when you're opening the door to, even though there are different circumstances,
Yeah.
they will come into society, and with time, I guess, integrate.
Mm.
So, do you feel like these tests, which kind of test if somebody's story is valid and whatnot,
I would have thought the other one would be happening anyway. Like knowing why you're coming here.
what the asylum seeker one?
Yeah.
yeah, that happens.
Like,
That
in my
happens.
mind, that's an interview. So
Yeah.
as soon as you come, we need to know why you're coming here, who you run away from, like know whether there's holes
That's
in the
not a
story, that
test.
kind of stuff. I feel like that should be an interview. That
Just a
should be a
questionnaire
standard.
sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but I
they
think-
definitely do that though.
But with the citizenship one, I don't know a lot of stuff about the UK. I don't
Bare
even
the
know.
citizens don't.
Yeah, Union Jack is a flag, but there's a lot of things I don't know. Never been on a London Eye. Can I just think, what if I need a toilet? Like, there's a lot of stuff I do. I might do this summer, but there's a lot of stuff I don't know. So I don't know. Like, it's not stuff that's gonna help them integrate into society, though.
Okay.
How many people are having conversations? All you have to do is tell them, listen, here we talk about the weather a lot. Keep the weather app on your phone, and you're a Brit. You're good to go.
All right. The reason why I'm asking, because I saw a clip. Obviously, this clip was probably taken out of context. I think I
Yeah.
put it in the doc, Brent, if you don't mind playing it. But generally, the gist of it is it's Nick Ferrari. So he's a presenter on LBC. And they're talking about that guy. What's his name? Is it Abdul Azidi? You know, the guy who did the acid attack.
Oh,
And he's
yeah.
on a run.
That allegedly is dead now because he was in the Thames.
Exactly, but they found his body. That guy.
They haven't
So
found his
there's-
body.
No, they haven't. Remember they found
Ain't
like
nobody.
2 bodies in the
Ain't
Thames.
nobody's fan. That man is that man is around.
Anyway, that gentleman there, right? Who obviously he's got like a messed up face, whatever. Anyway, people are still looking for him. Him, apparently, according to this clip, right? I believe he came in as an asylum seeker,
Okay.
and I think one of the reasons he gave, according to this clip, anyway, again, it's just a small snippet. Even if it's not accurate, let's kind of assume it is, right? Just for the sake of the conversation. He's pretty much said he's converted to Christianity.
Okay.
And in his hometown, his home country, he's been persecuted, hence being on the run, needed to flee, help me, England, right? That sort of thing. So in a situation like this, right, do you feel like there should be tests to prove your Christianity, if that's your story, to get into the country?
My thing is, and I might sound like Rishi Sunak and Suella Braverman, and then, if you're being persecuted as a Christian and stuff, there's no other neighbouring countries you could have gone to, all the way before you found England. The other countries that allow Christians, so there's none of them you could have found.
To be fair, yeah, we've mentioned this quite a few times, isn't it? And I think
You know what I mean?
everyone has
And
that.
sometimes I think with Christians as well, in that part of the trial and tribulations that gets you rewards in heaven.
It's very
you know.
harsh.
I know, because I told you guys at my church every week we pray and we talk about, like, we get live information about people who are being persecuted, who have to go to jail and have been in jail for 40 years and all that kind of stuff. Like, their true stories. They ain't running. I'm not saying you shouldn't be allowed to run. I just think that there's other countries you could have got if this is the grounds. But maybe because I'm clouded because I know what he did and I knew that he was a fraud.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe that's probably why. But I always think with asylum and stuff anyway, there's other countries before you get here.
True.
But no one ever stops in those countries. But there's other countries where you can actually succeed and stuff, and I'm sure they must have asylum seeking privileges. But no one ever stops in those places. It's always, I'm going to go to US and I'm going to go to England and France.
I guess so. I just want to read something quickly, and this is like some law firm's website, and basically they just kind of, the headline is basically how to claim UK asylum on the grounds of religious persecution and religious conversion. So pretty much they're just saying, under the UK's immigration law, you may be granted permission to stay here as a refugee if you're not able to live safely in your home country because you face persecution there, including on the grounds of your race, religion, nationality, or political beliefs. You may also face persecution in relation to your gender identity, or sexual orientation. So obviously, as you can see, there's bare different things you can pretty much claim under, right? For all of those things, though, do you feel like they should be proper scrutinized? Or do you feel, because obviously, I guess some people may say you have to tread kind of lightly, you know what I mean? Like, it's traumatic, things of that nature. Like, how do you draw the line between being sensitive to someone's trauma and also trying to figure out if this is real? Because you're letting in somebody like Abdul Azidi and he come into the country and start killing people or destroying people's quality of life.
What are you asking? Because I don't understand. Because Why wouldn't it be regulated? If there's a how are they supposed to control if who comes in if there's no kind of regulation? So whatever the regulations are, whether it be their test or their interview or whatever it may be, that's the process for how they decide who gets in it. So if you take that away, what's the process?
No, I'm not saying take it away. I'm saying should they be harder, the tests?
Ah.
Yeah. Because like Brent, if you don't mind, play the clip, please. Nick Ferrari is in the yeah, there it is.
To be anti-Semitic, or certainly to be able to single out.
Who's Nick Ferrari?
Why do you suppose it's cool to be anti-Semitic, or certainly to be able to single out Israeli citizens in the world of comedy?
Well, it's fashionable.
Wrong clip.
I don't know what happened there. Anyway, basically what he's saying is I don't even know how it came to Nick Ferrari as well. But anyway, what he's basically saying is if this is the case and we're testing, right, and this guy says he's a Christian, then let's do a Christian test. Like, tell us about the ark. Tell us tell us about the guy who got swallowed by the whale.
There were sons.
But that's not really the basis of entrance into Christianity, though.
No, but what he obviously is making jest of it, but he's basically saying, how do we find
How do we prove
out?
that? No, but do you know what? Do you know where that gets tricky though? Because if someone comes and says that they're running because they're homosexual, how are we proving that? You want to see them have sex? Actually, none of you answer that. None of you, no one answer. Yeah, it's just forgot who I was in the room with. It becomes tricky. I feel like people deal with trauma and stuff, and trauma might be why they're running away. But we still need to know we still need to know that you are saying what you're saying, because you could really just be lying. So, yeah, I think there's ways to be like sensitive to people's trauma, because I think you're sensitive to it by not mocking them. Do you get what I mean? But you have to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, with Christianity, I think that's like a slippery slope. Only because, let's say 5 days before they got saved, they may know nothing about Christianity at all, but this particular visiting preacher or this person who spoke to them, they gave their life to Christ. They know nothing. And then as soon as it is that they give their life to Christ, let's say whatever forces in that particular countries, they're looking to just wipe away these Christians. They've seen this guy or this family also in the midst of that particular group, and they've all run, right? So he's now fleeing, his family's now fleeing because he's now persecuted fella.
Yeah.
Right? That's why you can't ask them questions about Christianity, because he just got converted. You know?
Yeah.
So that's a bit slippery for me, to be honest.
5 days.
And I think also as well, you got to.
It could be yesterday.
Compared to Christianity, in 5 days, he's on the run. That is a contentious religion, but.
But you know what it is though?
In some of these countries, it's hot, you know.
But that's
It's
the
a
thing.
hotbed.
It's mad.
It's a hotbed.
But that's what I was
You're
gonna say
quick
though.
in.
But I was gonna say that could be the proof.
Sometimes it's
Though.
the same in homosexuality.
No, I heard that.
As soon as it is, you let it read
As
out.
soon as you convert.
Yeah, that's true.
No, but you say that though.
100%.
Even the sermon I was listening to this morning, the pastor was talking about a guy that he knew, actually from the UK, and when he was Muslim, and when he converted to Christianity, his family actually wanted to kill him.
Yeah.
So it can be like that, like very quickly. But I think with the Christianity thing, if you look at where they're from, you will know, because the statistics are there. Like there's a lot of Christian charities and stuff that work in different countries, and they will let you know that 9 out of 10 Christians get killed. So if we know that's where you're coming from, we can believe that. But what makes it tricky is if now someone knows that that's the way to get in and they lie about it.
Precisely.
But then you have to. I think you got to live in a church and stuff like that. You be a Christian somehow. Do you get what I mean? Like I feel like you if you have to do like you do church work, and I'm sure they could sign you to a program where you're working in a church and stuff like that. The truth will come out, because the devil can't stay in the church long. His body starts to get hot. So I feel like that's the way to deal with that situation.
Okay. There's another story that's somewhat linked to this, right? And basically, I'll just read part of this headline. So a group of overseas students who were wrongly accused of cheating in the English language tests they were required to renew their study visas have launched legal proceedings against the Home Office. They're seeking compensation for unlawful detention and loss of earnings. Yeah? The government has made payments in at least 2 cases, but lawyers have expressed frustration at the government's refusal to agree a standard settlement scheme for wrongly accused students, which they believe would speed up the process of securing justice. This particular law firm, they're representing 23 students who have already won immigration appeals and overturned the Home Office decision to cancel their visas and cheating allegations, and is pushing for the department to treat this as a group action, right? Long story short, do you feel like, this may sound a bit weird, right? But do you feel like these people have the right to say to a government in a country they're trying to get help from that you guys are wrong for saying I'm cheating, number one? I mean, obviously, if I'm not cheating, it's wrong. But to then ask for compensation in the country that you're trying to get to. Like, can't governments just say, no, we don't want you? Or, you know what I'm saying, can't they just change their minds? Like, yeah. How much autonomy should governments be able to have?
I think you should be allowed to. I think if someone slanders you and whatnot, you should be absolutely allowed to take action. Just because they're not, like, you're not from their country or whatever it is, doesn't mean that you should be able to get away with it. Because that just blurs the lines for injustice.
100%.
So essentially, you can get away with something because then people can then be treating immigrants or people who don't have papers any which kind of way and be like, well, they're not technically citizens here, so I can do how I want to. I feel like if you're a governing body, you need to make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's. And so they feel like there's slander and there's racism and all that kind of stuff, then they need to be held accountable for that then.
It's their own fault anyway. When they sat down, whenever they was making their rules,
Boy.
these are the things that they put in place, isn't it? There's rules and laws that countries have to abide by. You get what I'm trying to say? There's laws and privileges that citizens have got rights to and got the privileges of using. You know what I'm saying? So if you go through the proper means, then I suppose it's all above board, isn't it?
And that's
the
what I find
country's
it
lying.
yeah.
The country's lying. If they're saying I've cheated on my test or I've done this and you're lying, you're lying, isn't it? So what do we do? Just because you're the country, there's no, you can't be above reproach. You get what I'm trying to say?
100%.
And that's what I find funny because they did a whole come one, come all, this is a place where dreams are made of and you can come here and be a better person. And people are trying to get here to be better people. They're acting all confused that you're getting better applications.
But they would argue at different times, though. At different times had different needs. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, we want certain people to come at this time. After we had enough, we don't want as many anymore. Plus, we want certain demographics. Plus, we want certain skills. Do you not have the right to ask for such things?
No, because you're using them for wars as well. When it was time to fight, you weren't doing all this stuff.
Okay. Do you feel like, like in a similar way, you get yourself a job, you have to do a test maybe, or interview, whatever the testing thing is, right? But they have you for probation, a probationary period. Do you feel like that should be a similar type of thing here? So yes, you pass your integrational test, your English test.
It is though. If you get into criminal records, if you get too soon, I swear they can revoke it. I swear there's like a.
I guess if it's extreme, like criminality and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But what if it's just your level of integrating into society? Because there's certain people who've been here for, let's just say, 30, 40 years.
Still don't speak the language.
Don't care to nothing.
Do they pay their taxes?
Maybe. Some of them probably don't work because where you working with no English. So it might be, situations like that. But if you're getting somebody who, for example, said all the right things on the test, and then you've seen them after, you call them in after 5 to 10 years, and all the things they said they would do after 5, 10 years, they've not done. Do you feel like government should have the right to say, you know what, we gave you enough time, you need to leave now? This is outside of asylum cases. This is just people who want to, get permanent stay and stuff. Right?
So because they didn't achieve their hopes and dreams, they got to go home now.
Of integrating. Not hopes and dreams of being a business entrepreneur or whatever, just integrating. You know what I'm saying?
It's harsh, isn't it?
Damn, that's a bit...
What's the standard that you can set for integration that you can say, okay, in 5 years' time, this? Okay, we talk about learning the language.
Yeah.
Well,
getting a job. Maybe visiting a few cities. Maybe doing an updated test and seeing if you know more things about the country. I don't know. Stuff like that, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's harsh, man. If they're paying their taxes and thing.
Okay. I'm asking this question, somewhat related to something else, right? Christy sent me this, big up Christy. And basically, there's a new law that's kind of changed in San Francisco, right? And this is about a woman, she's an immigrant from Hong Kong, and she's become the first non-US citizen appointed to San Francisco Election Commission, right? So she's not a citizen. Bear this in mind. She's not a citizen. She can't vote. She's only been in the country for 5 years, but she will sit on the committee in charge of San Francisco's election process. So obviously this is, I guess, a way for her to integrate into society and I guess people like herself to bring them into society, right? That she can relate to. But there's one thing that I wanted to mention. Where is it? Somebody basically mentioned that, imagine, let me read this tweet. So basically, her name's Kelly Wong. She came to the US in 2019 from China. She isn't legally allowed to vote, but she'll be overseeing and creating policy for the San Francisco Department of Elections. Wong is an immigrants' rights advocate who wants to educate other immigrants who don't speak English about the voting process. That's basically her role, right? And this person saying, imagine that people who don't want to integrate by doing the least and learn the national language will be deciding on the future of an American city. I don't know why they assume this person can't speak English and learn the language, whatever. But do you feel like people who have come into the country should be allowed to have this much responsibility in the country, and knowing they can't even vote, knowing they're not even citizens? Does that make sense, or is this just, is this stupidity?
People who are not from the country coming into the country to vote.
Mm-hmm. So she's an immigrant.
Are they citizens though?
No, so this particular person, she's not a citizen. She's an immigrant. She's been there for 5 years. Can't vote because obviously she doesn't meet the criteria of somebody that's a citizen or whatever. But she's going to be creating policy about voting, about elections, and how they're going to be carried out in San Francisco. Even if you don't want to use this exact scenario, do you feel like there should be people who, let's just say, have come to the country, let's just say they're still on student visas, they should be allowed to be on some sort of panel or board to kind of talk about how the country should be run with regards to certain people?
What if is that their expertise?
It might be. I don't know, but it's still not your country. You're still, you know.
I don't know. I don't think I agree with that. I think unless it's like a matter of like to do with immigration where they need consulting and stuff like that on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a bit weird for someone who is not from here, doesn't understand how this land works and whatnot, to then come and be an MP, a local MP.
Mm-hmm.
But then it depends how long they've been here as well. And why don't they have citizenship? Because they could pass or meet all the criteria to be a citizen, but their thing has just been approved. Just not allowed.
Mm-hmm.
But she's probably working towards it at some point, innit?
Yeah. But I guess overall, what it's saying here is pretty much.
If you know that she's gonna be a citizen, does it make a difference then?
I mean, I think you should become, because you may be setting a certain precedent. But you know what the thing is, to me personally, I feel like this is one of them laws that can help black people if we tend to look at it in that through that particular lens. Because you've got certain people, like you rightly said, what if you're qualified in your home country in a particular area, and you can come and put in certain laws so that the immigrants who come to that particular area can maybe just can find life easier. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the idea, the narrative or the belief right now is that this is a crazy law that will probably further subjugate black people or people who don't necessarily have the most in San Francisco, who feel like they've been disenfranchised already, but yet somebody from the outside you're allowing to give say on certain things, how they run, that particular state or city. But if we had somebody doing the same sort of thing, surely this could be a law that kind of helps us. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently here it says San Francisco passed this measure in 2020, which removes the citizenship requirement to serve on city boards, commissions, and advisory bodies. You know what I'm saying? Or almost like, imagine you're what do you call it? You're not a citizen yet, but you've got a child that goes to primary school. Wouldn't it be a good thing if, for example, you're able to be a governor in that school, even though you're not a citizen?
Yeah, well, that of course it would be.
Yeah, that's the kind of how I'm seeing it. But yeah, I guess overall and generally, what I'm basically asking is just how much stock do we put on integration, and also what sort of things should we put as barriers to make sure people are actually integrating, if it is you're coming to the country and saying that you're going to integrate. Someone in the chat said, I might be coming across mad, but I think they need to have a job and pay taxes. As I guess that would be proof that you're integrating into society. Otherwise, if you're just staying in your house and your kids, I guess, benefiting from being in the country, you don't speak the language, you have no intention of speaking the language. Essentially, you're kind of just drawing resources from the country. What have you contributed? Everybody else's taxpayers is going to you to claim benefits or to claim a particular accommodation or whatever it may be.
Well, they're better than people that's got families, but your kids are things say that, but the mum doesn't speak the language.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong, it makes sense, but I'm just basically trying to see it from the other perspective and asking, are there ways that we can kind of, I guess, help those same people, but still be fair so that it doesn't look like people are just messing up the system? Because, people who are looking for excuses will always think of people like Abdullah Zaidi, for example.
So what's your rules
who's done
for immigrants? What do you think they should be doing in order to be here?
I think the current things that they have is kind of cool because at least you're asking them questions, you're seeing what's good. Asylum thing, I think as long as you're an asylum seeker, this country, like most countries, I guess, have agreed to certain requirements, a certain amount of people that they guarantee safety for. So that needs to stay, the asylum stuff, as long as you can prove or just say what your situation is, believable, make a note of it, help them, you know what I'm saying? But the whole right to reside, permanent stay and all that type of stuff, I think if we're saying this is a thing of this person wants to be in this country, I love this country, and you want to integrate or even assimilate into the system, I feel like it wouldn't be a bad thing if you came back years later to see how they're doing well in that particular thing.
And then if they're not doing well, remove them.
No, I mean, if they're struggling for whatever reason, you can assist them. But if you go out of your way and think, wait a minute, this person's kind of just using and abusing the system, why are you here? Because I'm kind of seeing it as, say this is back home and we've opened the doors to you and you said, yeah, you want to integrate into Nigeria, you want to integrate into Ghana, whatever it may be. And then all of a sudden we're seeing that you're just using the resources in a country that really needs, you know what I'm saying, that needs the help. Why are we just keeping you here? I can understand it from the citizen's point of view. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's kind of, I mean, to be fair, it's kind of different because Africans didn't come to the UK to start pillaging and taking their resources. You know what I mean? Europeans did this. So if we are coming here in huge numbers, you got to look at those factors too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah, so that wouldn't be for anybody that, so your things wouldn't be for anybody that got called over here, basically. Then.
What do you mean?
The generations that got called, that got asked to come here.
No. This is more so. Yeah, no, not those people. No, not at all. Because you asked us to come in it. Yeah, 100%. If I choose to not integrate, I think that's fine. Because I never asked to come here. You asked me, and I said, okay, cool. I'm going to perform the service that you asked me to perform. Everything else is my own business. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just the risk of those who are asking those questions, who are asking for those services. That's just what you got to deal with. But if I'm coming knocking on your door, then I think everyone has the right to basically scrutinize who's coming in, who's leaving, things of that nature. You know, like I said, at very least, if you believe somebody's story and they're struggling to integrate into the system, I think just having a catch up every 5-10 years, whatever it may be, you can better assist them in doing so. Because there's so many people out there, even citizens who don't even know certain things you have rights to. You know what I'm saying? That you can claim, that you can get assistance with. But because they don't have access to certain services, they've not integrated properly, no fault of their own, they don't know who to ask. And you know what I'm saying? Certain questions they're just not asking and they're just struggling more. So yeah. That's pretty much my stance.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. All right.
Let's get into our next headlines.
All right. So, next headline. Remember the guy we were speaking about yesterday? Alexei Navalny, the guy that was, what people believe has been killed in Russia. The guy that Brent said is a racist. His widow's come out and basically said, look, I vow to continue his work to fight for a free Russia. So she posted a video yesterday. And her voice, sometimes shaking with grief and anger, Miss Navalnaya, asked viewers to stand alongside her and share the fury and hate for those who dare to kill our future. These are her words. She also accused the authorities of hiding her husband's body. In her video message posted on Navalny's YouTube channel, Miss Navalnaya said, 3 days ago, Vladimir Putin killed my husband, Alexei Navalny. Putin killed the father of my children. Putin took away the most important thing I had, the person who was closest to me and whom I loved most. She promised to continue to fight for our country and added, we need to use every opportunity to fight against the war, against corruption, against injustice, to fight for fair elections and freedom of speech, to fight to take our country back. Russia, free, peaceful, happy. The beautiful Russia of the future of which my husband dreamed so much. In the video, Miss Navalnaya said that she knew exactly why Putin killed Alexei 3 days ago and promised to release the information soon. Next headline, trigger warning on this one, man. This is sad, man. It's about Trisha. I think it was just last week we mentioned her, just randomly. But Trisha Goddard, who's best known for hosting the talk show Trisha, has revealed her cancer has returned after previously being diagnosed in 2008 and recovering from the illness. The 66-year-old has been diagnosed with secondary breast cancer, meaning the disease started in the breast and spread to another part of the body, for which there's treatment but there's no cure. In her case, the cancer is in her bones, specifically her right hip, and this is what she was saying in an interview with Hello Magazine. Goddard was told of the news 19 months ago, but has only now opened up about it. The mother of two said that she was keeping the illness a secret, but it was becoming a burden, and while she was nervous about revealing the cancer's re-emergence, it needed to be done. But yeah, man, hope she's well and hope, she can recover ASAP, man. And our last headline, I'm not too sure if you guys saw this video. Brent, there's a video, I think there's a video anyway, in the doc here. And this is about a crash that happened in Birmingham. You guys see it? Horrible.
Honestly
Don't
mad. Very, very
Brent,
mad.
play the clip, please. It might be an article, actually.
Very, very mad.
But yeah, man, the man has died, unfortunately, and 2 people are in
Now look
hospital.
at.
Trigger warning.
I wonder what speed he was.
Trigger warning. About to play a video.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can see why someone died.
I saw a tweet about the guy who died was meant to get married today.
Yeah. That's what I heard, so.
Why is he driving so fast for? Was he being chased or something?
Doesn't even look like it.
Oh. It's ridiculous.
So sad.
Was he trying to kill himself or something?
Who knows, man?
There's not even
Don't know much.
nowhere to run. Like, there's no space.
there's no space.
There's no space for all that.
Nothing.
Nothing.
The person said that person was suicidal or something, man.
So horrible, man.
That made no sense.
Yeah, this Audi crashed into a number of vehicles on Soho Road, Handsworth, at around 8:20 p.m. on Sunday, police said. A passenger in his 30s who was in a stationary vehicle sustained serious injuries and has now been pronounced dead. Imagine, mind your business. 2 other people were taken to hospital to be treated for injuries. A 25-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of causing death by dangerous driving and was taken to hospital for treatment. He will be questioned following his treatment. And the West Midlands Mayor Andy Street said on social media that the crash resulted in yet another needless death in Birmingham because of dangerous driving. But yeah, that's it for the headlines, man. Praying for the families of the victims.
Yeah, man, that's horrible.
Such a waste, isn't it?
It's horrible. But yeah, let's
Time to pay the bills.
get into Word on Road. Do you guys watch Drink Champs like regularly?
I haven't in a while, but I used to.
Yeah, Benzino's on there. Well, he's on the latest episode.
Cool.
He was talking about his quote unquote beef with Eminem. That was before my time. I don't know what the beef is about.
Like decades ago now, isn't it?
Yeah, but he was talking about that. But then he kind of broke down talking about it.
Mm.
And people were talking like obviously that's been a talking point. But I'm here for men showing their feelings, man. I think it's out of order that we kind of make jokes about these things. Clearly, it's something that bothers him. Yeah, man, he's on there, and he did post. Why are you guys laughing?
Right, as usual.
What did Brent do?
He's causing trouble.
Sounds about right. Sounds about Brent. But he posted something where someone posted something saying, I see a lot of people laughing at Benzino crying. I don't find that funny at all. I seen killers get emotional and start breaking down in tears. Crying doesn't make you weak. Crying is just a human emotion. That's true. Don't ever get it twisted. Man will cry right before he push. Okay, I'm just gonna say that goes against everything that's just been said. But he reposted that and was like love bro, da 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 da. But it is something that he said he does want to sit down and have a word and kind of just talk it out with Eminem and whatnot. And yeah, man. But
that's what he wants.
yeah, he said
that's
he was not opposed to that. Like if they could do that, that'd be good. But essentially, that this has been going on for too long and yada yada yada. So yeah. Yesterday, I also told you guys about Elsa, who called out Naomi Campbell for, I don't want to say bullying, but I guess blacklisting her and all that kind of stuff. And she posted a video on TikTok. That video's been on there for like a week plus. But because people were too worried about how she was screaming herself, obviously it went viral differently over the weekend. Quite long story short, and then she obviously had some follow-up tweets, which I read yesterday. She's taken it all down. And because Naomi Campbell allegedly threatened her. So basically, she says, I stand by my words, content in my decision. This is what Elsa says. I said Maljimbo, it's Majimbo, sorry. I stand by my words, content in my decision. The tweets are deleted due to seeking peace, not fear. And she said, you all need to understand this is something that happened since I was 19. My goal now is happiness. And then someone said, don't be scared, Elsa. Tell us, did she harass you into deleting those tweets? Please reply. Okay, I'm leaving that bit out. And then Elsa said, LOL, no. She threatened to sue and post screenshots of a time I asked for help. I asked her to help me with some older white executives that were trying to sleep with me. I'm now moving on and leaving it in the past. Naomi's not being them charges. She's not. I think it's a bit wild. If what Elsa's saying is right, in that there's conversations between her and Naomi where she's trying to tell Naomi about this white older man that's trying to sleep with her and whatnot. And Naomi thinks that's the kind of screenshots to put out to discredit her. That's wild. That does not help the whole you were on Jeffrey Epstein's island. Does not help. But anyway. But then, and Elsa's only 22. Very young girl. But she says, I was in shackles for 3 years. The brand and campaign deals are the money I just paid for my freedom. More to come, and I will definitely prosper and be a bright star. But all the best to Elsa, man. I'm glad that she spoke up. I think it's very important to find your voice, especially at such an age. And like she said, God is the one who's in charge of her career, not man. And also, people have not been minding their business. What conversation did we have the other day? And I said about minding your business is very important. I can't remember what conversation it was. There was also a tweet, and someone asked, what's your biggest contribution to the world? And I said, mine is minding my business. This next thing is literally that. Because you lot are dying for it. And I just think, I need people are so miserable. Misery loves company. Patricia Bright. This is about Patricia Bright. I don't know what people have against Patricia Bright. I don't know what it is. I don't know why she irks you lot so much. She's just living her best millionaire lifestyle. She's living her best millionaire life. I don't understand why she irks people so much. But anyways, they've been speculating about Patricia Bright's marriage. Because it's clearly got everything to do with you. It's got so much to do with you. Some girl had the audacity. Don't be deleting tweets now. Don't delete it. Stand in your truth. She tweeted, Patricia Bright, this is a complete stranger. She don't know Patricia from nowhere, doesn't know her at all. She goes, Patricia Bright is going to regret leaving her husband so much. Having a successful and loyal husband while being in the influencer industry, good luck to her to find another one. She doesn't know whether Patricia and Mike broke up. She doesn't know what the dynamics of the relationship. She doesn't know anything about these people other than when she sees them do Get Ready With Me as a couple together. And you've then gone to say that it's going to be the biggest regret of her life. What's going to be the biggest regret of her life? Because, anyway, I was going to tell her, but, I let her do. She'll have the day she deserves. So obviously she was getting cooked. She had one retweet and over 200 quote tweets. It was not a good day for her. But anyways, your one, Patricia Bright has kind of responded. So essentially it's because she's been traveling quite a bit and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. There's just been a bunch of speculation, which I just think is not necessary. And I think that when someone reports on their marriage or you think that someone's got problems in their marriage and you're very happy to jump at that gist, I just think you're miserable, in my opinion. But anyways, Patricia Bright posted on one of her posts and whatnot in the comments and said, y'all are speculating so much, but for clarity, 1, Mike's career path requires privacy. That's her husband. So he's not going to be in the videos and all that kind of stuff. And respectfully, I'm tuning in for Patricia Bright. I'm not tuning in for Mike. Mike is not who got me to subscribe. Patricia is. So anyway, so she goes, 2, change means I don't want to share anything about my relationship. Very smart. Wish most of you lived like that. 3, stay for the fashion and vibes. 4, my sister and business are set up in Dubai, so we go there a lot now. Like, how do we live in a world people have to come and explain their travels and their footprint to a bunch of strangers because you just don't know how to mind your business? Anyway, speaking of not minding business, where I want to be, Usher has released his UK and EU dates. 1st of April, 2nd of April, and 5th of April, 2025. 2025. Which, to be fair, actually, because in my mind, we're still in 2023. So as I've said it out now, I'm like, oh, that's next year. Which is fair.
Is it?
It is.
Okay.
Justin Bieber, when Justin Bieber was going to do his, I remember getting tickets for my sister. It was in 2021. Tickets were in 2023.
Oh, was it?
He was Chris Brown's date last year.
Okay.
So my sister would have been seeing, look how God works. So she would have been seeing Justin Bieber last year, 2023, Valentine's Day. Okay. But that's when I ended up seeing Chris Brown. And Justin Bieber's tickets were 2 years in advance.
Wow.
So I get it. And also he's in, what's it called? He's in he's in his American leg of the tour from like summer all the way to the end to December. So realistically, it makes sense. But the tickets are on sale today anyway, quite long story short. I think O2 Priority and Virgin Media, and I think Artist Pre-Sale was on sale midday today, I think. And then the general sale was on Thursday. What day is it? Wednesday? No, Tuesday. Yeah, Thursday. But yeah, I will be at that concert. Big up him. I didn't even clock in the Super Bowl. There was a couple things that happened. He fell. What was I watching then?
I haven't seen it.
It's good. It was actually really good. But he fell because there was a girl who was you know he loves to roller skate, that man. There's a girl roller skating, he bumped into her. She fell. He tripped and caught himself and whatnot. But I didn't even notice that. What was I looking at? And he wasn't even shirtless at that point. And there was a random guy in the audience that got flung up.
What do you mean?
Like, the crowd is there, and you just see this body like just fly in the air. He wasn't part of the performance. He was just a random guy in the audience. People were like,
who was throwing him?
We don't know. Because I don't know how he found himself in a position to be thrown. Because it's not that kind of concert. Furthermore, you're not an artist, so why are you crowd surfing? He literally just up in the air. Who knows? And then one of the pole dancers as well fell off a pole.
That can happen.
Yeah, I didn't clock any of these things. Oh. Anyway, so that's what's happening. So everyone has been talking about Usher coming. I guess he said, I mean, to be fair, he did tweet. He said London, so he said UK, EU. Of course, I didn't forget about you. I feel like 3 days for Usher is a bit low. I don't know, I would have thought like maybe 5, 6.
I said like a full week.
Yeah.
How many did Chris Brown do?
3? Well, I think Usher's a bit mad with Chris Brown there.
Yeah.
Because when he was on Breakfast Club, he was a bit salty talking about Chris Brown. I remember what he said on his album, talking about so he basically said, shut up, stop comparing me. Like, there's levels to this. He's not levels like I am, basically. I don't know what Chris Brown... Oh, because there was a rumour that Chris Brown had a fight with Usher or beat him up or something like that. I don't know what goes on in the streets. But anyway, that's ironic, isn't it? That's it for me. Let's get into People's Journal.
Welcome to the People's Journal. I'll give it the news from an economics point of view. So there's a few things, man, that I want to talk about today. It's quite a bit. All right, first thing is, yesterday we spoke about our sister Kemi Badenoch, who obviously came out and put out a thread on X talking about Mr. Staunton's allegations and trying to make it look like she's bad in it. And she said, okay, cool. This guy is obviously gassing, he's lying, but I'm going to put out more information. Long story short, this guy was being investigated over bullying claims before his dismissal. So that's the reason why he was caught up in this kerfuffle, basically. Not for any other thing that he's talking about how he was told after some other meeting, he wasn't informed properly. He's just making a bunch of useless and nonsense allegations about how he was treated leading up to his dismissal. She obviously claimed this is all lies, and this guy's pretty much just trying to get revenge on the government because of what happened to him. So obviously she put out the receipts, man. Next thing I wanted to mention is the price of baby formula, man, is coming under some regulatory scrutiny. And this is because obviously everyone's kind of complaining about how it's kind of remained at its historical high. Basically, the CMA, which is the Competition and Markets Authority, had previously identified a 25% price increase over 2 years, with just two companies, Nestle and Danone, accounting for 85% of the sales. So obviously these companies are going to get crazy profits, right? But yeah, we did mention before on the show about how Iceland said, you know, we're not going to sell these products above a certain price. And I think Waitrose and a couple other places, Asda, tried to follow suit. But again, like I said, outside of what these individual businesses are doing, the CMA actually wants to look into this and be like, wait, what's going on there? Why is this actually happening and causing people to have to start thinking about whether to choose between baby formula and food that they're going to eat as parents? Just yesterday, we were talking about a charity that basically said that for a lot of people, having a child is financial suicide. So this is something that will definitely tie into that. Now, here are a few other things that I hope everyone takes note of, right? I have been mentioning before that there's due to be a £300 support payment for those who are entitled to this particular cost of living payment. Apparently, what they're saying is some of these payments may fail to land in certain people's bank accounts this week, right? So if you're one of those people, obviously chase it up, make sure you get your money out. I've been saying this since. But they are saying that if you don't get it, we are kind of aware. And this is basically something that they're kind of aware of, basically. But they are saying there's only going to be a small amount of people who may not receive this particular payment. What they are saying is if you miss out on this money, you can report it on the government website from the 23rd of February, right? So that's, I think, on Friday or something. Report it from the 23rd of February, and the DWP said it has a robust plan to make sure they send you out the money in cash. So again, just to repeat, just so it's clear, in case you know anybody who's entitled to these cost of living payments, it's the last payment that you're meant to be getting. It's going to be £299 to be exact, not £300. And some people who are entitled to it, may not get it. If you're one of those who is entitled or know someone that's entitled, they received the previous two payments, make sure that they contact the DWP from the 23rd of February and they will send you out the money in cash. Next thing I wanted to mention is council tax. It's going to be going up, man. Long story short, there's no two ways to basically to relay this information, man. It's going to be going up. And the range is going to be is nuts. So what they're saying is it could range, depending on obviously where you are, from zero, obviously if your particular borough doesn't increase it, but all the way up to 21%. 21% increase. So of course, like I said, it will vary quite drastically depending where you are in the country. But yeah, just be prepared for that pretty much. There are certain places that are going to be less than 5%, and this is going to be Rochdale. The council tax is going to go up 4.99%. Hartlepool, if that's how you even pronounce it, that's a conservative borough, and this is going to be going up just under 2.99%. Tower Hamlets as well. They're going to be putting up the council tax, but only by 2.99%, and that's alongside a 2% social care precept. But they're going to be having a relief fund available for those households where the income is below 49.5k. So again, Tower Hamlets, for those in London, they're going to be putting up the council tax by 2.99%, but it's going to be like a relief fund. So if you're entitled to that, your household has an income below 49.5k, you may be able to claim some relief. There are other places, man. So again, Cardiff is going to be like about certain places in Cardiff, it may range from 3% to 16%. But Pembrokeshire, that's the record. It's going to be 21% increase. Scotland, there's going to be a council tax free, so you guys are lucky over there. But yeah, that's what's going to be happening. So yeah, long story short, just obviously stay on top of your council tax bills, because obviously the new ones are going to start. You're going to start paying them from April. Next thing I wanted to mention is HMRC, man. They're doing some underhanded nonsense. They're trying to take people's money. Long story short, they've been accused of some sinister tactics, right? And there was this scheme that occurred that they put out called the loan charge, and effectively, it allowed for contractors who were paid their salaries through loans. Basically, it allowed for contractors to be paid salaries through loans. So what this meant was basically their particular workplace would give them this loan payment, but you don't have to pay it back. So it's a way for you to get your salary, but technically it's a loan. You don't have to pay it back. And there's a reason for it, but basically that's what it was. But now, because it's a loan, they're now being taxed on it, right? When it should be the employer who's getting taxed on it, who should be taxing it. That's basically the gist of it. It's a bit more complicated than that, but that's basically the gist of it. So long story short, those people who are contractors who should be getting it through their umbrella companies and whatnot, who did receive it through their umbrella companies, shouldn't have to worry about anything after they receive their payment, just like anybody else who gets their salary. However, they're doing some roundabout way where they're asking those employees or contractors for loans rather than the employers. So, yeah. Not looking good for HMRC, man. Next thing I wanted to mention is there's a bit more information on this. Again, this is not strictly, well, it's definitely not like strictly like finance or whatever. But what this particular article is basically saying is that men who are going to gym, we need to spend twice as long in the gym than women, man, to get the same sort of benefits. Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
You sure? What you gonna say? It might be helpful.
It won't be.
But yeah, there's not much to this basically, but this is a finding that a study put together and that they pretty much put out there. And they're basically saying, obviously, they want everyone to, be more active and stuff like that. But obviously, just to bear in mind that women actually gain twice the benefits from exercise as men do. So men, if you want to keep up with your partners or just survive out there in the streets, make sure you're doing adequate amount of exercise. But there's not much else to speak about, to be fair. So yeah, that's it for the People's Journal.
Thank you. Let's get into asking for a friend. All right, I love her. Asking for a friend. All right. Subject: side hustle struggle, passion versus paycheck. Hey team, day one listener here. I'm juggling a full-time job with a burning passion project on the side. The dream of being my own boss is real, but the side hustle is intense. Am I better off sticking to the stable paycheck and predictable schedule, or should I dive deeper into my passion, even if it means late nights and uncertain income? Is there a way to balance both without losing my sanity? Hustle heart. Signed, Mark. Big up, Mark. Guess not for that once. Because something?
I was gonna say, don't you want to say something?
You're so silly. I believe, I believe you're so annoying. I'm a hustler by nature. I don't believe in struggle hustle, but I believe that sometimes the things that you want to do, life does not align for it to make it easy for you. So I think where it's healthy to juggle things, I am pro juggling for a future goal. Is that Mark?
Maybe it's Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Morning, Mark.
No, it's Gina.
Oaks. Morning, Gina. No? Okay.
Good, Gina.
Morning, Gina.
For a future goal.
They can hear you.
Oh, hi.
Morning, girl. You okay?
Hello.
I'm good. No, Esther finished. I feel like I cut you off, but I just wanted to call.
Oh, no, it's okay. This is right up your street, girl. So, yeah, I feel like I'm here for working, like juggling until you're able to be in a position where you want to be in. I think if you've got passion, the thing about passion, if it's something that you're really, if it's something you're passionate about, something that you really care about, doing a 9 to 5 is never going to fulfill you. You will always feel like, you always have regret. So I think that while you can, you need to, I would say, juggle it until you get to the point where you can do your passion full time, essentially. yeah, what was it? Should I dive deep into my passion? Yeah. So also that's the thing with having passions and whatnot. It's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be comfortable. And I think that the late nights and uncertainty and whatever is all part of the process. I think that if you're able to juggle both in terms of having a steady paycheck and then doing your passion, do that. At some point, one is going to have to give for the other and cross that bridge when you get to it. But that would be my advice. I think there's a way to balance it and also factor in rest. Because one thing about me, I want to rest. Because what good is it? What good is my passion if I die? So, yeah.
Okay.
Gina?
I think he's 18, right?
No.
How old is he? Why did I hear that he's 18?
Don't know.
So he doesn't mention his age?
No.
Where did you pluck that from?
Wow, selective hearing, boy. Sorry.
No, be cool. If he's actually 18, that'd be so sick.
I thought I heard he was 18, but anyway, regardless.
No, he said, "Hey team."
Oh, I thought you said I'm 18. Okay, sorry, but my bad. But I think I agree with Esther. I think you have to. Okay, so for me, when I think about my journey, I juggled for time. So like, I started my business in 2012, well, officially 2013, and I juggled until 2017, doing both. And I'm not gonna lie, it almost killed me and took me out. But it's because having a 9 to 5, a lot of the stuff you said in it, security, all of that kind of stuff. So I took advantage of that. So for me, I saved. And I saved and saved and saved. And I basically saved. I had like a certain financial goal in my head that I wanted to hit before I quit my 9 to 5. So that helped me. And then you just have to accept that, like he said, you are going to have the inconsistency. You are going to have good days. You are going to have bad days. But your passion is what should hopefully kind of get you through it. But I wouldn't say quit your job now just because you're leaning more towards your passion, unless you have a strategy and a plan. I think it's going to take a big leap. You have to have like you have to have faith like a mustard seed. Like it requires so much faith, to do it. But that's to say that that's not to say that you shouldn't do it. But I think I'm also big on having a contingency plan and something to fall back on if things go left. So for example, I thought, okay, cool, let me have enough money to cover my rent or whatever for the next year or so. So even if I don't generate any income, my bills and stuff I don't even have to think about because I've already got that covered. You get what I mean? So like, put those things into place when it comes to like making the shift and the change. And then also have a strategy, because one thing I didn't do when I quit my job is I was still treating it like a side hustle. I didn't quit my 9 to 5 and then start treating my business like a 9 to 5. I still kind of treat it like a hustle. Do you get what I mean? So like, there's so many things I didn't put in place within the first year. And I just thought, Gina, wait a minute, like you don't have the security blanket of your job anymore. So the way you kind of used to be able to like dabble or like not be 100% and not have a structure. So like, because I'd worked so hard juggling for years, when I quit, I was so tired. Like, you see, tired with a T, several T's on the end. So like my first year, I was just like, I'm just going to wake up when I want. Do you know what I mean? I was so scatty, but I kind of needed that because I was so overworked. But I feel like that limited me in terms of like having structure and a routine. And do you know what I mean? So these are just things that I think you should consider before taking the step. But I'm obviously a firm believer of doing it because I've done it. I've been self-employed for 7-8 years now, and I can't see myself going back to working and whatnot. And like, obviously my passion is what I followed and it's worked. So it does definitely work. But I just think, really think about it thoroughly, have things in place before you do decide to do it. And I think finances is one thing that you need to really, really think about, especially because of the current climate that we're in, bro. We're in a recession. So like, money's a real thing at the minute. So you just make sure that like your finances are covered, regardless of whether this business takes off or not. You're good. That's what I would say.
I agree with that, boy. I agree.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
I think Gina hit everything on the nail on the head, man. Perfectly, yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, she's a perfect example for the question. That was solid advice.
Yeah,
Oh, I
man.
miss you guys.
I know we miss you too,
Miss
girl.
you too, man. When you put him back up.
We need to get
Next
back up.
week, I'm there. I'm
Return
there.
God.
Yes, love it.
Whilst I have you on the
Literally.
phone, babes, what have you stolen in your life?
Getting poor
Oh,
questions.
that's easy.
Yes. Teeth, nothing.
I said that's easy.
Oh.
I've stolen a few things.
Talk to me.
When I was younger, I was a bit of a thief. I'm not gonna lie. When I was a
Gina.
Teeth
Says
in
that
I
I
was
today.
no, but
Can
you know when
imagine?
it's dumb
Sticky
things
fingers.
though, like because it's things that you can actually afford, but in your head it's like, why am I paying for that though? Like I could just nick it. But the dumbest thing I've stolen, and the reason why this is dumb because I got caught for it
Oh,
is it was so embarrassing. I stole you know M&S.
yeah.
Have you had their like cookies from the bakery that they
Gina,
actually
I would
freshly
steal it
baked?
too. The white
No, I
chocolate
stole
one.
it, and I stole the
Gosh.
milk chocolate one. Like literally put it in my pocket in my blazer. Like,
Oh, that's
oh
so
yeah.
awkward. That's
When
so awkward.
you think when I walking outside security,
Oh,
he dragged me, and I got banned from the store. And the thing is, I was like, I can't call my mum to come and get me because I had money in my pocket, so it's the cookie was freaking 40p.
so what were you doing?
This
This
is
is the
dumb.
thrill of it.
It's the thrill. I'm not gonna. This is what I'm saying. It's not like I didn't have money to like the things I used to steal were not things I couldn't afford. It's just you wanted to be bad gang, innit?
Excitement.
Yeah, but I got caught stealing a cookie from M&S and I got banned from the store.
That's so funny.
But that's the dumbest thing I've stolen. But I've stolen other stuff. I've stolen Coke.
Wait, you stole food?
Yeah, literally. But this is what I'm saying.
But the M&S cookies
No,
slap
but-
though. I can't even lie
But
to you, man.
I think
They're worth stealing.
it's fitting for who I was at the time. Like I was in my chubby bag.
What? So
So
now you're
it
stealing
would
broccoli,
make sense.
girl. To be fair, salmon. Yeah, we don't
No.
steal enough anyway in this country, in my opinion.
I wouldn't steal now, yeah. I think the only things I do steal now, yeah, is like the bags. Like I don't scan them.
Oh yeah.
You know when you go to like Asda and them lot, if you want to call it theft, then fair enough. But yeah, I ain't scanning those damn bags.
Yeah, I hear it.
That used to be 10p and now they're like 30 or 50. Bye bye.
Literally, it's crazy. It's actually mad. We got a question on the Enoch says random one, but does the TDA team still have a 9 to 5? How do you manage this and your 9 to 5? Brennan Marks don't need to answer as I know they do other projects. I still do. Time management, that discipline and time management. I live on a schedule. I wake up at the time I wake up. It's one of my biggest flexes. I do this, I do my 9 to 5, and I go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. It's one of my biggest flexes. And I'm someone's child.
Do you know why it's a flex, Esther? Because you know why I think it's a flex as well, yeah? It's because you're punctual. Like,
Time management. I live by a time.
no, you are. I was so impressed. All right, Brent. Is that fit to make us feel bad?
Thank you, Brent.
You cannot shame the shameless, Brent. So continue.
No, not for you. It's
Brent
more
said
so.
she said that's your own.
Can you imagine? That was a story.
No, 'cause
Can you imagine?
I didn't even mean that at all, whatsoever.
Oh, dear.
This was
No,
just to
but
basically highlight and champion Esther, because
No, but
Boy.
she deserves it because her timekeeping
yeah,
is
man.
something I wish was ingrained in me.
Yeah. That's actually how I
Yeah,
get through it,
man.
though, to be honest. It's literally the discipline of it all and time management and structured living.
Please, let me stress again. This was for nobody else. I just realized how many strays that could have been for. It is for nobody else but to champion Esther. I beg you. I know you're not even like, what are you even talking about? It wasn't for you. It wasn't for Emmanuel. It wasn't for Gina.
You said when you listen back.
It was for anybody.
Don't
worry.
What did you say about me?
Don't worry.
You didn't say anything.
Didn't say
that's the thing.
anything. Didn't say anything. I just realized what it could have come across as.
His heart is palpitating.
No, it's just me projecting. Don't worry.
What was the question?
You know what I mean?
Literally, it was honestly nothing.
It really was nothing.
No,
actually,
honestly,
honestly wasn't nothing.
Someone in the chat snitched.
It's
But no, yeah, so that's how I would say it. So that's why I give the guy the advice. I think sometimes the things that you want to do, passions that you have to kind of make sacrifices. And I think sometimes I personally think like everything comes easy to you and you have to make sacrifices, but also know that the sacrifices are temporary. And temporary doesn't mean 6 months. Like Gina was saying, it could be for years or whatever it is. But
No,
if you
sorry,
know what you
guys.
want,
Why am I catching strays? What happened?
Oh my
you
days.
literally said you didn't catch it.
Don't believe them.
You didn't catch this. Because if
Oh,
I didn't
dear.
make that comment, no one would have, what's it called?
No one would
True.
flag
Do you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like you got to make sacrifices for the things that you want to do. But I'm also a believer in if you have a passion for something, what happened?
What the hell?
It's not down, is it?
Not the system down.
It's still
You've hit
running.
your quota for the horns.
Wait
You
there.
can still hear me, right? Yeah, here we go.
What was that?
But what's I been saying? I think, yeah, I feel like if you're someone who's got passion for something, yeah, you will never be able to. This is my honest opinion. You can't. I think that you will struggle to live every day knowing that you never followed the dream or the passion that you had, and I can't imagine living like that. So balance it until you can't.
I want to do a topic of the day about that.
That'd be good.
About
I
what?
want to heat people up. Not you. I'm looking at you only because you turned around. What is wrong with me today? Let me keep my eyes closed.
What's the
It's my
topic of
friend.
the day about? I just want to know what you said.
About
What
passion.
she just said.
About the passion and not following your passion and regretting it, isn't it?
Mars, are you not in the room? Because I don't know what's going on.
I had my phone to my ear. I was listening to something, so I literally never heard no
Oh,
words.
okay.
We're doing some research.
Yeah, I never heard no words that got said. That's why I'm totally confused.
Okay, that's fine. You're forgiven.
Yeah, that would be a good topic of the day, actually.
Yeah, because I too suffer from that. Like, I can't imagine a life where
I mean,
I
there's a
don't
life-
follow through with the things that haunt me. I can't.
I couldn't. I would honestly feel like my life. Like, what am I here for then? I actually was thinking about you when I was saying that when I was reading about him, his passion and stuff, and I just thought, nah, man, you can't give up on your passion. Like, I know yesterday I said if you don't tell people you love them, you're gonna regret that. But this you definitely regret. You definitely 100%. You be on. Because then what? And I think you always find yourself in situations where it's just like, I could be doing this, I could be doing this. And I would tell you firsthand, based off things I haven't pursued that I wanted to, you will watch other people do it and you will be like, it's a reminder that you never did what you should have done. And I think that hurts
When's your cut-off point now?
for when to stop your passion.
I was chasing a dream.
When you start...
So we've kind of spoke about this, isn't it?
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna quote you. When you start to send people for money up and down the street, that's when I think when your passion starts to inconvenience the people who are close to you's lives as well,
The people you love.
people you love, and starts to destroy your friendships and stuff like that.
I suppose that's a good way of looking at it, innit?
It is,
because
yeah.
it's your burden to take, innit?
This
So
is it.
whatever you can suffer and
This is
whatever you
it.
can persevere through, that's fine, innit?
Yeah,
When your dreams and your hopes and goals start
Yeah.
to affect
everybody else
and have people in your life, maybe that's when it's time to say,
you gotta make a sacrifice now.
I've got decisions to make.
Yeah.
It's tough though.
It is tough. Honestly, I think having dreams, feeling like you have a calling, having a passion, having talent, having a gift that you want to share and stuff like that, it's a tricky thing, but I would always say balance it as long as you can, because that will teach you as well different, like teach you the different skills. Do
I
you get
couldn't
me?
have got a job when I was trying to be a rapper. Where?
See,
Like,
Yeah, retail.
what?
Retail. You could have gone retail. You
shops
could
you were stealing from.
driven a bus.
No, I couldn't have. Fucking gangster. What are you talking about?
Say that. Say that. What does that mean? What does that actually mean?
You want to get the
You
bus
ca-
shut up?
Oh, is that what you mean?
What are you talking about? Is this
Sorry,
real
sorry,
life
sorry,
shit?
sorry, sorry,
This
sorry,
is
sorry,
real nigga
sorry,
shit.
sorry,
What
sorry.
real tell
I
where?
didn't connect the dots. No, you connected it. So you're saying wherever you went, obviously it was a minefield. People could just basically shoot anywhere where you are.
Basically, anytime.
So you want the Kaiser Soze type of fella?
Who's that? Kaiser.
Kaiser Soze.
What's that mean? Like,
The fact that you've corrected me, you know who flipping Kaiser Soze is.
yeah, but what do you mean a Kaiser Soze? Like, the pretending to be?
Apply it.
this
Try
other-
to apply it.
I wasn't pretending to be something. I wasn't. Okay, like the mastermind
All
behind
right,
the.
Mr. Conductor.
Nah, I was. Nah, that wasn't.
Front line,
I was
yeah.
foot soldier.
It's giving truly humbled under God. Love that.
No, facts. But how's that gonna work? And you know, and a lot of it is mindset as well. A lot of it, because there's, especially say in our field, in rappers, when we was coming up building industry, there's a lot of us that had popularity and notoriety, whatever it was, all these words, but it wasn't monetized, it wasn't earning from it, innit? That's the next situation. That's the next situation to be in again, to be popular and rest of the tear, but you're not earning from it. You get me? So then, when you're popular in that, and obviously people got bills, they got to earn it. But even you don't want to. When I said retail, what you think I want to be in JD Sports? And the man walk up to man and talk about, oh bro, go on, just there. Like, this don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. We're not doing this.
Again, I didn't connect the dots, obviously, because when you say rapper, I'm thinking, if I'm a rapper, can I have another job? Of course I can. But you're saying I start off as a gang member, just happen to rap.
Yeah,
That's very different than just being a rapper.
that's true. Yeah, but I mean, there's certain artists, especially when you go into that road rap and that kind of music, there's certain things that these men are saying and whatnot that we're listening to and buying into. I feel like we want it to be in and of the lifestyle, innit? You can't be telling me about all this nonsense and then you're putting up the JD Sports and all that.
You could be a coder, a crypto trader. You could be an accountant. You could be quite a few different jobs.
Yeah, but that's not what we want at the time, innit? I'm saying even for the consumer, even if it was for me listening
An
to something
accountant,
like that.
handling, and
I don't want to listen to. I'm not gonna want to listen to an accountant rapping or knowing that he was an accountant. I feel like, do you know what I mean?
That's funny. I want to listen to an accountant rapping.
I don't know.
that's how you perceive accountants, I guess.
That is so
I
funny.
don't see accountants anyway. I'm just
The
saying.
amount of accountants are thief.
If I'm listening to a road rap, I want it to be road man, innit? But obviously, I think that's the English mentality, because Americans, they was rapping and working, but you wouldn't know. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, when you, with the persona, with the image that they put out there, you just see like a gangster rapper. It's not until you take a peek behind the curtain and see what's going on. These men was all working. Like, Rick Ross was working, correctional officer. Like, you get me? These men would work in McDonald's and hustle and rap till they blow. In England, the mindset, the man wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
That's not the man's mindset. They're not doing that because they're saying they're authentic. I'm saying like this is true to my word. I'm in the streets.
Funny you say that, because there was this whole tweet with, is it Desi Banks that
Someone wants
Comedian
to
guy.
join. Oh, sorry.
John what? Discord.
Requested to speak. Femstar, get back on stage. I'll put you up.
And it basically, I think he's a millionaire now or something like that. But he was talking about, apparently in the interview, he said something about like when he was with his girl, she didn't believe in his whole comedy thing and whatnot, wanted him to get a job, blah, blah, blah. But now he's a millionaire. And he basically started a whole conversation, and now people were like, this whole thing about trying to say like, oh, she should have stuck with me, da 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 da. Like, bro, get up and pay, like do something that brings in money where you can pay the bills and chase your passion at the same time. And there was guys who were saying that as well, where it's difficult. Like, how long do you want people to chase, to believe in your dreams for, when they're having to shoulder so much burdens because you're chasing your dream kind of thing? But so it's just funny because I think he's an American guy. So I think his mindset is just how it is. But
They have to hustle probably a bit harder in America, innit? But that whole chasing your dream shit's nonsense. Even though supporting people and
what do you mean?
no, like you got everybody's story's different. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so you can't look at someone and say, oh look, they done that. So that's not really the rules. Everybody's story is different. You can watch somebody's story your whole life and it never happened to you. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so even for the people involved in that, there's no real wrong or right way to do it. Like, oh, you should be supporting them. Oh, you should wait the 10 years. You should wait 20 years. Everybody's got to do what they got to do in it. Like, if you miss out, like you miss out on it. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so his dad did miss out because now he's a millionaire. But at the same time, at the time when it was going through, food needs to be on the table, bills need to be paid, and he couldn't maintain. She couldn't live through that. Like, it is what it is. But I don't know. I don't know how long you can support someone's dreams for, but I'm gonna assume everybody's levels different, isn't
so
it?
no, when you think about you with the dreams, it's difficult for you. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's days you wake up and you're thinking, is this even worth it? Is it that? But then you expect someone to be there for you and just straight up be comfortable with you, but you're not even experiencing those emotions yourself. So where's that, bro?
Some memory from Gina Obeng. I don't know who this is. Gina Obeng's page. Yesterday was my last day as a probation officer.
Oh, sweet.
Sad face, nervous and excited is how I feel as I close one chapter and embark onto a new journey, a new one. Juggling 9 to 5 alongside 2 businesses, over the last 3 years has been a tiring but rewarding experience. However, I have finally taken the plunge with nothing but faith in God's promise and my own ability. I step out of my comfort zone to give my brand nothing but all of me. This is something I have struggled with for ages. But this year's motto is to feel the fear and do it anyway. And I know God's got me. I strongly believe that if it doesn't scare you, you don't want it bad enough. At this point, I want to celebrate my success. The fact that I've managed to grow a brand to this point whilst holding down a full-time job, in my opinion, is incredible. So, just imagine what I'm going to be able to do with more time on my hands. That's 2017.
That's amazing, man. Look at that. She's setting out events left, right, and center. The girls are tussling
do you
for
want
the
to know?
tickets.
Do you know what's
Big
so
up to you,
funny
man.
though? Yeah, it's the fact that this was literally the 17th of February. So like, it's
Oh,
this
look at that.
season.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. I quit my job basically this time.
Yep,
7 years ago?
Yep.
7 years ago, yeah. So it's so crazy that obviously we spoke about it. And then when I went on my Snapchat and then I just saw it as a memory and I thought, oh shit. Look at
That's
that.
amazing, man. I love that, man.
Anyway, sorry, enough about me. As you were.
Love it. All right, Mark, I hope we've helped you. All the best, hun. And yeah, let's get into our last headlines.
All right, guys.
All right, sorry, Femster just wants to chime in. He's now back.
Okay.
Is that Femsa because you're Femi?
Good morning, Femster.
I think so.
Is your name Femi? First of all,
He has to join. Okay, now he's up.
you should have heard that.
Okay. I think I'm up, right?
Yeah, you're up.
Okay, great. All right, this is different. Can you hear me? guys?
We
We
can.
sure can.
Is your name
Okay,
Femi?
It is Femi, yeah.
All right, cool.
Big up, Femi.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Just a quick one on what you guys are talking about. I'm not really into the whole creative stuff, but what I would say is that one of the things that I did when I was switching over from being a sort of a permanent worker to contracting is that there's something called, when I first started contracting, the contractors will tell you there's something called a FU fund, basically. Sorry, I'm just moving from one room to another because I'm working. There's something called a FU fund.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So that
FU,
means
as in
there's a
fuck you?
fund. Yeah, like FU, like there's a fund that you keep aside that any employment that you're in, you can
Oh,
literally
I get
say FU to them and walk out, basically. So if you're looking at, I'm not really a creative person. I've been working, like I said, permanent. Then I moved to contracting, which is a massive step because when you're contracting, literally, they could say to you the next day, yeah, we don't need you anymore. And that's it. All your income is gone, basically. You see what I'm saying? You always have to have at least enough funds to know for this many months, I can survive without nothing, basically. That's my biggest advice. Always have something set aside to say, if it's for 3 months or for 6 months, say, yep, I can burn through these funds without working and I'll be cool. So you always have to have that saved up in anything that you do. And it's really difficult and it's something that we don't really teach, in school or our children or whatever. People always taught, you have a passion, you have a dream, go for it. But at the end of the day, the bills have to be paid, especially if you've got, families, if you've got, investments, not even investments, if you've got things that are on credit or anything like that. You don't want to be depressing yourself because of money. So always have a set amount aside and say, look, this is what I can afford to pay. And you, obviously during that time, don't increase any bills. Don't add any more stuff that's unnecessary. And that will make your life so much easier. It will let you rest at night knowing that, I'm following this thing I want to follow, but I know that for at least 6 months, I've got this covered. Always have that aside. It's called the FU fund. And also for people at employment, that's your fund to set aside. So if your employer is pissing you off or someone at your work is pissing you off, you can just literally say, I don't really need this job. I'll go and get another one and
That
get
sounds-
out.
That
so
sounds
it's
pretty
always
privileged,
good.
though. What about? Because
You think so?
I would say probably 85% of just creatives, especially in the performing arts and stuff like that, that's coming from ground level, wouldn't necessarily have like savings and stuff like that. You get me? Because that,
Yeah, but then-
if you got
but
that,
then
if
it
you got
goes
that
back
FU
to-
money, if you got that fund behind you, that's enough of a bigger structure for you. Like that doesn't necessarily speak to the struggle. That means you can push your money and invest in yourself, and then you've got a leg up already on whatever your passion and your endeavors are, whether it be the need for studio time, equipment, hiring people, like doing that kind of stuff. That sounds like an easier road. It's more speaking to the struggle where people are moving, living hand to mouth, paycheck to paycheck, singing, knowing that they're talented, whatnot. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So what about those people then that can't have FU funds?
Yeah, but then that goes back to your point that you made originally, which is at the end of the day, you've got to decide what is the limit of your funding. You see what I mean? Like when it gets to the point where you're stressing because you can't pay your bills, you've got to make a decision. I know many people or many friends who have been involved in music and creative stuff, and they did it for like 2 years, literally, living like you're saying, hand to mouth. And unfortunately, eventually, they just had to say, you know what, I need to get a job to support this. Even if you get a part-time job or something. You know what, I've been to a lot of comedy shows, people like, I forgot what his name is. So many comedians have told you they've been bus drivers on the side. You wouldn't even know. They've been this on the side. They've been working in call centers on the side. Just something to keep, the income ticking while you're doing it. You can't just, unless you're like really, really getting there, you can't just say, you know what, I'm just going to bin off everything and just go it like that, like what you're saying, if that makes sense.
Okay, I heard that. Someone said you never even answered the question, man.
What question?
I guess about the whole thing.
Yeah, you know what? Mine, I guess, is exactly the same with Esther, man. Just obviously, my time is not as great as Esther's, but it still allows me to I guess push certain things back in it, because I can work at certain hours that I choose, and so I can kind of free up the morning in it. But sometimes if I got meetings or whatever, I do have to leave like 10:30. So obviously we make adjustments, man. So yeah, pretty much the gist of it.
Thank you, Femi.
All right, how do I get off this stage?
Thanks, hon.
Was it difficult finding your way?
No, it's all right. When you explained it, yeah, and someone else in the chat explained it as well.
Okay, thank you.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I need to do like a tutorial. All right, thank you, Femi. I'll kick you off.
Yeah, that's true actually, because when I tried my first time, I just thought, I don't know why. Obviously, I know it's an audio app here, but when you're not used to how something works, you just think there's visuals. And I just thought, hello, I'm just bringing my voice to this kind of thing. But yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, man, was it headlines, wasn't it?
Yes. So last headline, trigger warning on this
Press the
one.
button.
I think
Yes,
you did,
sir,
you know?
you did.
Yeah. And I was randomly, what do you call it? Like, I randomly stumbled across this particular headline, yesterday about obviously the whole Phillip Schofield thing, and I was thinking, for real, this young guy never said anything about the situation. It was just pure speculation. Long story short, it's emerged that Phillip Schofield paid a 6-figure sum to this younger male colleague that he had an affair with as part of a deal including a non-disclosure agreement.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
He did. He was living with a guy, allegedly.
Question, Marks and Emmanuel. Would you all take the money?
If what?
What?
If what?
I'm sorry, you just read the
Even
story.
indicating like, don't you dare say what I think you're about to say.
Why can't you ever place yourself into positions?
There's certain things
Certain
you can't
positions
fit.
don't just
Certain
unfathomable.
positions.
I'm telling you.
Certain just,
Serious?
It's impossible.
yeah, just
Last guy that did use
feel
the
a
word.
way even looking to participate in the exercise? You'll feel a way even looking to participate. Is it like a gateway?
no, it's just that because obviously even though it's hypothetical, we're logical thinkers, isn't it? So when you put yourself in that situation, you say, okay, put yourself there. Okay, well, I wouldn't have been with Phillip in the first place.
You're
Take the money.
stunted.
So then,
You're a limited fella.
yeah.
Wow.
You said this, that's what you
Fair
want to call
enough.
it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You have
Yeah, yeah.
weaknesses. Fair enough. How about you, Manuel?
Very much the same
Weak.
week.
Never
Is
would
that
have
it?
thought it.
I'm
Never
weak
would have thought
too.
it.
Well, let me make it clear today. I'm very weak in those areas. And I have no intention of strengthening.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. My question was, if you were in that particular lifestyle, you're in a position anyway, right? You are what you are. You love who you love. You're attracted to who you're attracted to. And you know the game. You know the industry.
Yeah.
In fact, you probably bumped and weaved into that position so you can get
You can get it.
and you got an opportunity to get a 6-figure sum and just sign an NDA. Would you take the money? Knowing already, he's already getting hotted up, and nobody cares whether I talk
Yeah,
about.
to be fair, yeah, that's true.
Nobody
Actually.
cares whether I talk
Yeah,
about.
if I was your little girlfriend, I'll take the money. What am I in it? Like you said, yeah, no one's actually been asking for the guy to do an interview, to say anything. You wouldn't know a thing. I always say there's a lot of things that I could live a double life, people wouldn't have a damn clue. I'd be a sugar baby boy with no sugar.
I think if he never had an NDA, he could have got paid for a tell-all. Definitely.
What about Daily Mirror and them?
Yeah, I think he could have got
Actually,
6
yeah, the
figures.
son would have
He
paid
could have got 6
good.
figures.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling because the mainstream media has basically just reversed completely. Remember, there was a time when he was getting hotted. And now, all of a sudden, he's not. He's even getting sympathy. I have a feeling that he's like, hey, if I go down, I'm going to be pointing fingers, I'm going to be calling names. And then mainstream media papers and whatnot, I believe that there was some
They have execs.
higher ups who 100%.
Yeah, they're
were
partying
involved in
together.
That madness.
Because think about how long, like, there was internal investigations and nothing was being said. Even like when he would, because he obviously he said he had a separate apartment to where he lives in the fields and whatnot. But the guy was always there, and the guy would get a lift to work, and like the guy would get picked up. So there was hella enablers all up in that building,
That
allegedly,
guy
man.
was the nation's sweetheart, Mr. Schofield. The
Yeah.
nation's sweetheart.
They kept him. They kept it.
So I do
secret
believe that
sweet.
he has secrets that he's like, hey, if you put me down,
You're all coming with me,
yeah,
boy.
these cards are coming. Just like how, who's that?
Epstein.
No.
Oh.
The most notorious fiddler in the UK.
Okay.
Remember? And he was in the police departments and all sorts.
Carrie Clear? No,
The bigger one.
Jimmy Savile.
Yeah, Jimmy Savile.
Ah.
Not me, but
You have the king of pop, and then you have the king of.
Whatever he was
he
doing.
was that, and he was everywhere, all across industries.
Have you watched that documentary? Have you seen that?
Crazy.
It was wild how popular he was. He had like
Savile.
he had the streets.
Imagine he was
He
on
could just
TV
do what he
saying,
wants.
Hey, come here, come here. Yeah.
Crazy.
Don't worry, I'll come and visit your school, such and such. Crazy. And they all knew because they were all involved. They were all involved.
You don't think that can happen today?
I think,
I think it does happen today.
It is still happening
That's what I'm
today.
thinking,
That's
yeah.
why Epstein got. I think that Epstein was like, if I go down, all of you are coming with me. So now all we've got to do is we've got a list of names and we don't know what the information is behind the names. And I think it's only a matter of time for Ghislaine, or what's her name? I think she's going to speak because she's not liking the way she's being treated. And she's going to stand up for herself soon. It's mad.
It's a damn shame. But yeah, man, the substantial payment covered the young man's legal costs and also included compensation for the loss of his job and his home. This is what the lawyers of Schofield confirmed. So having hosted the daytime show this morning for more than 20 years, for those who don't know, Phillip Schofield quit in May of 2023 following reports of a fallout with his co-star Holly Willoughby. A week later, he publicly admitted to an unwise but not illegal relationship with a former male colleague and stepped down from ITV altogether. Next headline takes us to Mexico. According to official stats, the number of African migrants who arrived in Mexico last year was 9 times higher than the year before. Figures released by Mexico's Interior Department at the weekend show that almost 60,000 migrants arrived from Africa in 2023, a huge jump from the previous year when there was only 6,500 people. The head of mission at the UN's International Organization of Migration in Mexico was speaking to BBC's Newsday program and said that most of the migrants came from Guinea, Angola, Mauritania, Senegal, Nigeria, and Cameroon. She said that people have people leave their countries for many different reasons, and it tends to be complex. Anything from generalized violence to extreme poverty to political upheaval, and of course, there's also the effect of climate change and natural disasters. The grand majority of African migrants that arrived in Mexico in 2023 do not wish to build lives there and are looking to cross the border into the United States. And the last headline takes us to Afghanistan, where, sad news, at least 25 people have died after a landslide caused by heavy snow swept through a village in Afghanistan. So far, 8 people are known to have been injured in the incident, and there are fears that the death toll may rise. Officials say that the weather has hampered rescue efforts, with helicopters unable to land and snow blocking up all the roads. Those who have managed to reach the village in the eastern province of Nuristan were forced to use shovels and axes to dig through all the rubble. Jamilia Hashimi, who's the provincial head of information and culture, was speaking to agency AFP and said that the snow was continuing to fall even as people were trying to reach potential survivors in the village of Nakre. He added that modern equipment, tools and facilities are not available for the rescue operation. Landslides, avalanches and other disasters are not uncommon in Nuristan, which is a mountainous region covered in forests near the border with Pakistan. And that's it for the headlines, guys. It's time to pay them bills.
Question. So, y'all are like King Jong-un with the power in a country. Y'all
What kind of questions? What kind of sleep did you have?
How did this pop up? It's because she mentioned the Africans going
Mexico.
through Mexico, right? 1 year it's 6,000. Next year 60, right?
Mad.
And I'm just picturing, as a Mexican, you're just chilling, and then you see
A bunch of Africans running towards you.
no, not running, but they're all in the line. They're walking. Obviously, they're traveling in a particular path, right? And obviously, wow, okay, but they're going to America. They're going through Mexico to try to go to America, right? So they're picturing the real life conundrum of these leaders in these countries, right? And I know we just see them as racists, just straight off the bat, right? But just imagine that you are now somebody who is in charge of a country, and you have been for the longest while. There's no, I have a term in government. No, you're running a country, and you're safeguarding this country, and you believe that the sum of its parts, they don't know how to run a country. I know how to run this country. I will just tell them how it needs to be done and sleep well at night, knowing full well that the country can be cool. And the problem of immigration pops up, right? Now, in my head, immigrants kind of only go to places of opportunity and access, right? You're not going to be going to a remote village where you're not going to be, your living standards aren't going to be raised. You understand? You're going to be going to a place where you can disappear, you could probably hustle in some form of fashion. Maybe it's stealing, but you can't steal from people who have nothing. Do you understand? So you're going to places that have opportunity. And you know full well it's on you to basically safeguard the residents here. And you have an immigration policy, but it's stringent. It's regulated properly. If you're going to benefit what we already have here, then you can come in. Because I'm trying to build e-commerce and make sure that my trying to build proper commerce and make sure that my country is economically growing. So the criteria to come in is proper. But now you have 60,000 Africans coming for sweetness in your land. They know it's sweet because you're the ruler. They've seen how bountiful you've made it, and they're coming through. And they're the same skin tone as you, sir. Do you understand? They're your people, right? That's how we talk like on here, right? That's how we like to talk on here. Unless it is that way, saying, hey.
There is a difference.
Get to the nitty gritty. Let's get into intersectionality. Let's talk about our differences. In that moment, how do you now deal with the 60,000 traveling blacks? What do you do? And remember, the world is looking at you. Sorry of the long-winded question, but I needed to give you context as to how it even formed in my head. But here you go.
Well, they're after the mindset. Everybody knows that they want to get to America. You help them. It's a perilous journey. You help them chaperone their way through the country, innit?
You are going to help them get into your country?
They're going.
You
they're
are
going
Kim
to America.
Jong-un of. Let's say you are now the Tsar of America. You're the
I'm
Emperor
in
of
Mexico.
America.
I'm in Mexico though. They're going to America, innit?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll just let them go through to America
What?
because they don't want to be here, innit? So essentially, if I get too
What?
involved,
I've probably explained it wrong.
yeah. But you talk about the same scenario. Them man, they said there's 6,000 people turn up to Mexico.
Yeah.
They don't want to be in Mexico.
No,
they want to be
I
in
gave
Nigeria.
you color, but that's not the focus of the question.
No, but what I'm trying to say is I'm got these 60,000 people, but I'm still in my mind. I'm still in Mexico, innit? They're still traveling, passing through my country. This is the scenario that we're in.
I'm not.
Okay, so forget that scenario.
Forget
then.
about. I told
So
you where
they-
it started, right?
Okay, so in
And
your
I've thrown it
scenario,
into a different
in your
question.
scenario, these 60,000 people
They're
have
going
come
to your
here.
country. They're going to your, not passing through your country. They're going to the destination. End destination is a land of opportunity. Milk and honey.
I'm gonna round
Mark
up-
Stone.
I'm gonna round them up.
The black, right? The blacks. The 60,000 blacks
That look
Yeah.
like
that look like you.
All of them.
Go on.
I'm gonna everybody that came into the country illegally. I'm gonna round them up, and then I'm gonna test them like what Iman's saying.
Okay.
See what their see what their intentions are.
right.
See what their availability are. I can categorize them. See who's got.
You
see
don't want to throw out the
skills-
baby with the bathwater,
ski-
basically.
You go, yeah.
Right.
Skilled workers here. Boom, boom, boom. Asylum seekers. Everybody, and then
Yeah.
allowing who's allowed in.
Yeah, yeah.
Send home who needs to send home.
I like that you've said that because you're a good man. You're a good leader. You've done well on this public platform. Do you understand? I like that. How about you, Matteo?
I think I would kind of consult my.
Babalaos.
Babalawas.
That goes without saying. Always, right? No, but I would consult my citizens. You know what I'm saying? And say, look, this is what the situation is. They're leaving this particular country. These are our people, right? Essentially, they're kind of our people, right?
Yeah.
In this scenario, they're leaving what's going on over there, and we're obviously an amazing country.
Yeah.
That we got certain things, infrastructure. Let's kind of assist them. But I guess part of the package, like Mark was saying, I'll obviously see who's got the skills, who's got whatever, and see if we can kind of, in a way, assist them in developing what they need to, so that we benefit in our country.
Yes.
But also give them a certain time and see if they can go back.
Go back to where they came from?
Yeah.
All right.
Because I'm thinking long term, and I'm thinking that, you know what I mean? Like, if is there a desire? Because, you know, some people leave. It's kind of like people in Cuba who leave Cuba, but they always kind of want to go back.
Okay.
To sort out the country. So
Yeah.
if that's the agenda of those people,
Okay.
then, yeah.
Okay. How about 600,000? Because 60 is one trek, right? That doesn't mean that tomorrow there's not another 60 looking to leave. So at one point in time, it may be 600,000 left their country to come and find domicile or harbor, safe harbor in yours. At what point in time do you start looking like Suella?
I have to look at the resources. I can't bankrupt our country for those people. I can't do that. No.
So you're saying that Suella has bad PR? She's getting a rough cut of the jib. Is that what you're saying?
Why? Because she's doing what we said we'll do.
Well, he's.
It has to
Oh,
be a
because
cut.
I didn't say that. I'm not
That's what I said he did it well. But obviously, he chose it might to expand on it, right?
No, but there always has to be a cutoff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's economics. There's always resources, and no resources is infinite.
Why is it difficult for the masses of left-wing people, or the quote-unquote, it's not really the woke mob, is it? Is it?
The problem with immigration is not immigration. You get what I'm trying to say? Immigration, migration is necessary.
marketing.
It's necessary for the world, for trade, for economics, everything. It's necessary. The problem with immigration is the way that it's the marketing. It's the way that it's weaponized, the way that it's used, it's the way that it's politicized, and it's that the way that it's seen in it. That's the real problem.
So how would y'all, if you realize that this is too much, and this our country can't hold all these
You
people.
should close the borders.
No. And how would you package it to the masses so that you don't look like a flaming racist?
It's because it's facts. It's facts. It's numbers. It's counting. I don't need to do conjecture or nothing like this. I could just let you know. This is what we are. This is our infrastructure. This is what we got. We cannot afford to house this many people. As much as I would love to, I can't. Unless you are telling me we can do a referendum. Unless you are telling me that you are prepared to give up certain things to cater for everybody else within our means. This is what we can physically do, innit?
So what I heard from that is you're gonna do a nice little Canva PowerPoint. Basically. All right, this is what we have here.
Yeah.
This is the 600,000.
Yeah.
If you come here and then go, and then put it up. This is what you want, and I'm going to let y'all decide. Let me know what you want me to do.
What you want to do? Yeah, that's fair.
I find it simple and easy marketing. Why can't they just do that?
Because I don't think it doesn't suit.
They don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They want to be seen as, yes, I'm a racist. I'm gonna kick out the Windrush peeps, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna change.
Because they want to connect to a voter base, isn't it?
Yes.
So there's people that see themselves in that.
Yes.
If that makes sense. That's what it is. They're saying that they need to be able to
Hence
seem
the
to be.
messaging, yes,
It's a messaging, isn't it?
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
the protective. I'm supporting you. I've got your interests at heart.
yeah.
I am you. I need to be
Yeah.
seen like that.
Yeah, that's why it's so important to correctly identify the temperature of the land. That's why those particular polls are so important.
But they're trying to make the temperature of the land with the way that the media is moving now. They're saying things that are not necessarily. They're saying things that are not true.
All right, fair enough. Basically, you're saying it's one thing to appeal to the larger base, or there's one thing to manipulate them, so it's whatever you want.
Yeah.
Which one will you go for? Fair enough. I think that might be the most effective.
Probably. It works. Because I don't understand how they get away with it. They do it now. I see them say things in the mainstream media all day that ain't true. But it just sounds like if they say it long enough and say it loud enough, people are just going to believe it. That people who don't care enough to inform themselves or educate themselves, they're just going to just believe it, or they just take it for what... I don't know what it is. I just don't understand how... It happens all the time. Every day they openly and blatantly say lies. Like things that ain't true. And over time, people just start to buy into them.
What do you say for questions like, but aren't we all immigrants? How would you respond to that in the context of this conversation? Not that you're in what want to basically, flip the script.
We're children of immigrants, like, but at this point, we're born here. We can contribute to society. We are citizens, really and truly. That
because we were colonized, and we were part of the empire, right?
Yeah.
So they told us.
Britannia.
They told us that this is now our home. We can seek citizenship.
They said we didn't even
conquered, right?
They said we didn't need citizenships. We said because we're part of the Commonwealth, we are essentially citizens. We don't even need to do that.
So are we immigrants, really?
We're not really immigrants.
That's a take, right? that's the take.
That's the truth. That's facts. Actually, we're not really immigrants. Yeah, we're supposed to be here. We're part of the.
It was their fault. You have to live with it. Sorry, 100%. I like that. Who's an immigrant?
So
that's how you respond. Who's an immigrant? Me.
So is there a difference? What is the difference between the attitude towards it now when it was the West Africans, South Asians, and the doctors, nurses, the war stuff, all them people, to more nowadays where it's the people from the European bloc coming in? Do you feel different about the two?
As in my opinion, or how the
Your
the
opinion.
ones who weren't colonized, who weren't part of the.
I guess so.
Okay.
Then. Yeah, you put that out. Does your opinion on the immigration settings change?
I think so, yeah, because back in the day, like you said, the South Asians, the Africans, the West Indians, a lot of these people that came were skilled people. You know what I'm saying? These are people who came, were invited over as well. So a lot of them, and obviously they came over. They were skilled, and they all came from countries where the British helped mess up those countries. You know what I'm saying? But I think with regards to like Europe and stuff, of course, there were a lot of wars, like Russia and in the 90s, and the Germany, a lot of different things that happened, right? But I think it's different. The circumstances for us coming here is different to those circumstances. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't said much.
Remember the Bosnian War?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
That was serious back in the day, innit?
Yeah.
That was serious stuff.
Yeah.
Can you give some context to what you're talking about, please?
When was this? This was in. I don't know my dates on the thingy, but
Chechnya.
yeah, exactly.
The split up in Montenegro,
All of them
Serbia, all them countries that were all together.
countries,
Oh shit! There was a few of them, innit?
Was this the early 90s or
Yeah.
late 80s?
I want to say
Early 90s.
late 80s, early 90s, maybe potentially. Oh no, that was a baby.
Between 1992 and 1995?
There we
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
Gruesome.
Yeah.
Gruesome stuff. But then that upped like was it refugees, immigrants, whatever,
Yeah.
coming over. That was a big mass of
Yeah. Those
people
massive
fleeing
impact, yeah.
prosecution and that, and insights and coming in and all that. And I think even though the people knew what was going on, I think the sentiments towards them was still like immigrants always gets like the butt of the jokes, isn't it? I could be calling man Bosnians and like any other person you see, the Bosnians, you get me? Those kind of things. Those kind of things always happen. But like, what was my point that I was even going to make again? I've lost my train of thought. I hate when that happened. What was I saying?
The difference between that and us coming over. Talking about that.
Sorry, people. I dropped the ball. Pick it up, man. You go.
Yeah, I think we're kind of just talking about the differences, and to me, like you said, obviously, like any sort of immigrant, I think regardless of color or whatever, because they're going into a completely different community, like the people who are there are always going to have this sort of, who are you people? Like, and you know what I mean? Like, how is our life going to change now that you're present in it? You know what I'm saying? But I think it was a lot different because people, especially Europeans, they're far more racist towards black people of color, than they are their European, cousins. So I think it's a bit different. Plus, I think during the 90s as well, there's loads of media. There's loads of media coverage. Exactly, you know what I'm saying? I think in the 50s, 60s and all that type of stuff during the war, people wasn't really concerned like that. They just knew there was a world war, won the world war, influx of black people, influx of South Asian people. Who are these people? Let's give them hell. You know what I'm saying? Even though these people came with skills and were actually doing certain things. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I definitely see it differently. Yeah.
Where are we? Reaction.
Yep.
Yes.
Welcome to the reaction, people, where I read out your sports headlines. Did you manage to chop out the games over the weekend?
No, I was waiting for you, to be honest.
Okay,
Man
then.
United won, which is, love it.
The red juggernaut marches on.
Yep.
Arsenal won. Did you lot batter Burnley?
Yep.
Whoop. How did you feel about the Chelsea City result?
Yeah, I was disappointed in Chelsea.
Oh, you want them to win?
Yeah, I think they could have won, to be honest.
They were away, innit?
There's a way, yeah.
There's a
There's a
way.
way. It was tough.
Yeah. But the fact that Man City is dropping points like that at this stage is interesting.
It is and it isn't. I don't want to make excuses for them because they're known to go on runs. The Chelsea team are not. It's weird because it's not the Chelsea, but it's still Chelsea. So it was a difficult game. It wasn't. You expect City to beat them. They're bigger than them, but it's still a big boy coming into town. A 1-1 result off the back of a good performance. It's like that's not. I get where you're coming from. It is a bit interesting, but it's not panic stationsy because it was
14 games left.
It was a decent Chelsea performance.
14 games left is nearly 10 games left.
That's
right?
true.
You're seeing Arsenal playing well, Liverpool playing well. Salah's back.
Fixture list. I haven't seen. I don't know Uzok's game, yeah, but the fixture list is important and interesting. So depending on what kind of run Uzok got left, because you've had a soft fixture list since the turn of the year.
Who?
You've had a soft fixture list since the turn of the year. You've been 6 games. You've been undefeated. Who have you played?
Wait. Don't say that. Last 5, because we played Liverpool in the last 5 games. We played West Ham in the last 5 games.
West Ham's soft for you, so that's nothing you should have been.
Don't say that.
Liverpool, okay, yeah, I'll take it. So 1 out of the 6 games. It's tough.
That.
Burnley, West Ham. I haven't been watching this, so I couldn't do it. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm just assuming it's been soft because I don't feel like you have played anybody.
That's because we're just strolling through them. Right. It was here we go. It was Burnley, West Ham, Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, and Crystal Palace.
It was soft.
Do not say you saying soft, it doesn't make it soft. You saying soft doesn't.
I don't think this is where you should give me pushback. Because I'm not saying that's not negative. That is a soft fixture. Like that was an easy fixture run. Liverpool, was the hardest game there. The rest of them are the teams that you should be beating. Obviously, football doesn't work like
You know,
that.
it's West Ham at home, right?
Yeah, but
Come on, don't look to do that.
Brent,
Don't look to do that. You know, there were people, Arsenal fans, actually scared. Oh my goodness. If we can get 3 wins out of the 5, cool. Hold up.
I hope this is someone that's coming to call in to talk sense.
Makes sense, yeah?
I hope this someone's coming to talk
Yeah,
sense.
let's hope it is. Good morning.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
Who's speaking?
Frenchie, yeah, you've actually.
Oh, can you not join the Discord? I mean, you're cracking up over there.
I'll join it now, sorry.
Thank you very much. No, don't apologize. Thank you very much. It's nice of you to say don't apologize. There was a time when I wouldn't have done that so quickly.
Growth.
Yeah, no, I'm not even saying that in a disrespectful way. So as far as the congestions of the fixtures, not the congestions. What's the word? There's a word that. Anyway.
No, I hear you. And just before then, we lost to Fulham.
Yeah, that's a team that you should beat.
Before then, we lost to West Ham.
No, forget your little blip that you went on.
And we
Forget.
drew at Liverpool.
Yeah, no, forget that little blip. I'm just Brent. Come on, man. We're not doing this. The fixture list, yeah, your fixture.
We lost at home to West Ham.
Okay, sorry. Give me your next 5.
No, don't do that.
Can you give me your next 5, please?
Let's talk about that because
Can you give me your next 5?
All right. Let's do this. Next 5 is Porto tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
Newcastle. Don't.
I'm not. Just give me the 5, and then I'll tell you how.
Sorry. All right. Porto, Newcastle, Sheffield United, Brentford, Porto again, Chelsea. Let me just do the Premier League.
But that run in there, that section there, that run in there, it was more difficult than the last 5 that you came through. Do you not see that?
Wait.
With the two away legs tied, the 2 European tied in,
wait.
Newcastle, Brentford. There's already 4 difficult games.
Are we? Let's factor in the Porto. Is that what you're saying? Factor in the Porto.
Well, you put them there, but if you just do the league, then just give me 5 of the league.
All right. 5 of the league is Newcastle at home.
Yeah.
Right. I'm expecting us to win that. Sheffield United away, again expecting us to win that. Brentford at home, expecting us to win that.
But that's tough. That's a tough game though. But
I don't know if it's tougher than West Ham away.
Okay, fair enough. So you expect to win that. So there's 3. So there's another soft run again. Go on in. Quickly.
But you said it's more
next
difficult.
2.
Chelsea at home, I expect us to win that.
Yeah.
Only because of the spirit in which it is that we're operating in right now. All right, so hold up. Let me just on board.
So then you're still gonna have a soft. So your last 10 games have been soft. So it's hard to. You can't. Don't compare. Don't watch what City's going on.
My friend, you just said that the next 5 is more difficult than the previous, and I had to basically contest that.
That's when you sandwich the European ties in it, and I know the traveling and stuff like that. I'm just
Fair
saying
enough.
that period of football there, I would say is more
Fair
difficult
enough,
than the
but-
last period.
Fair enough, but we have Chelsea and Man City kind of quote unquote back to back. 16th of March and then 31st of March.
And before that was is that the run? City, Chelsea, Sheffield, Newcastle, Brentford. Is that the 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's much tougher than you think
We
5.
have-
So then so the point is, after this next 5, this next one, now you got few difficult games. Have to see what it looks like after them few difficult games. You would expect to drop points somewhere in there.
After that, we have Luton, Brighton, Aston Villa, Wolves, Tottenham. Come on, man.
What was you trying to say? It's easy.
That's more spicy than the previous 5. Hey, I'm living in a different spirit now. I am moving in a different spirit because I'm seeing what we're doing. We have this guy coming back. We have some players coming back. Hold up. Invite to speak. All right. Good morning, Frenchie. Unmute your mic and then you can speak. His name is actually Allea. Yeah, we can hear you. Hello?
Yeah, no. I just wanted to talk about the game at Arsenal because I feel like Bugs is being disingenuous.
Talk to us.
Yeah, so my name is Frenchie, so my name is Brackley, obviously. Hello. So I've been talking at the start of the season. We signed Havertz, and I was a bit worried because I was seeing what we were doing in pre-season, and I wasn't a fan. But now that it's 6-7 months in, I can't lie, man, we're cooking, man. And even though we have been playing easier teams, the underlying metrics and all the stats have been shown from the whole season. So we're literally due to explode to the end of the season. We have players injured, so we have about 4 or 5 of our first team players injured, which means that we haven't been able to see our best team. And we're still, I think it's 21-0 in the last 4 or 5 games. So, and this is with Timber coming in 2 weeks. Party, I think, is back in training now. Vieira and Zinchenko as well. So, to be honest, man, I'm good. I'm thinking we're doing good. Porto is gonna be tough. I feel like, I don't know about you, Brent, but I only see Man City better than us in Europe right now.
I agree.
So, but because of the mystique of the Champions League, I don't know how our players will rise tough away games, especially away from home. It's like tomorrow. But apart from that, I'm feeling good, man. And obviously, Liverpool and City are there in a title race. They play each other in 2 weeks, so I expect a draw. But I don't see us dropping points like that till the end of the season. So I'm not saying like a Premier League, Champions League double, but I'll be surprised if we leave this season empty-handed. That's my opinion.
Oh, you're going undefeated to the end of the season?
Hot take.
That is a hot take.
That is a
It's
hot
not that
take.
hard a take. It's not that hard of a take because when you look at what's happening this season and you look at where we're going, our players are coming back. Jesus, sorry, I didn't even mention Jesus as well. There's not that many teams better than us, and there's not that many teams in Europe as well. Like, have you seen Bayern recently? I watch obviously PSG.
Leverkusen.
Yeah, well, they're not in the Champions League in it, so.
Frenchie, are you the same? Are you the same guy who was showing certain concerns or doubts early on? And I was trying to.
It's not doubts, but it was like I hadn't seen it yet, so it was like I'm unsure. But now that I've seen it, Havertz, even though he doesn't look that aesthetically good and stuff, I understand why he's there. I get it.
Yeah, he still needs to be a squad player in my books, to be honest.
I hear it, but he doesn't because I don't know if you've been watching the last couple of games. You said you didn't, but
no, I did.
The role he played. Oh, you did. Sorry.
You see because I troll you, yeah. You don't know when I'm being serious or when I'm not. That's the problem, yeah. I've been telling you, yeah, from the beginning of time, yeah, especially from what I saw from a few things that Arteta's been trying with this guy, yeah. Havertz, yeah, is pivotal to the way Arteta wants to play football. Like, honestly, like his skill set, his hold up, his passing, the way he moves. Like, it's pivotal to what Arteta wants to do. That's why he keeps persisting with it. And that's why when it works, it looks good. That's why you are starting to say, oh, yeah, Havertz is decent now. Because you're starting to see it.
Yeah, I still feel as though he should be a squad player. He should be starting as starting 11. And I don't expect him to be doing that next year. I've seen now Havertz, right? Before when he started, I'm like, I don't understand why we purchased this guy. Now that he's capable, cool. But still, we could be firing far more efficiently with a different person in that particular position.
And to be honest as well, if we had Party fit, bro, we would be cooking. We would be cooking. And I don't know what profile you want from left centre mid. There's obviously talks about Frankie de Jong. He's leaving this summer. There's what's his name? Madzic from Udinese. There's obviously they're talking about so basically what type of left centre mid would you want? A ball dominant midfielder which is able to play between the lines, or would you want like a Havertz that's just going to crash the box and get goals? So it depends on what kind of midfielder you want. But for me, I'd want like a Frankie de Jong type where we're able to control the ball more and get more players in the box. But yeah, I just wanted to say that really. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. That's our first game in the Champions League in 7 years, which sounds insane to say. We haven't won a knockout game in about 14, 15 years, which is even crazier. So yeah, man, times are looking good, man. This is a good part to be an Arsenal fan, and can't wait for the end of the season. What's your take, by the way? Do you think we're going to go far? Or
yeah, I love this version of Frenchie, by the way. May it long continue. Even if it is that we pop down tomorrow, even if it is that we pop down against the next Premier League team, I want this version of Frenchie. This is more reasonable.
Yeah. Only that. Okay,
and I do believe that we are going to go further than people thought that we would. I'm even hopeful or optimistic about the Champions League coming home.
Well, do you think we have a better chance in the Champions League than Prem?
Honestly, I'm how we've been playing in the Premier League. I've been like so proud because our defense has been impervious to penetration. I love it, absolutely love it. And now that we have Timber literally saying, hey, I'm ready to come back. We have Partey saying, hey, I'm ready to come back. We don't even play with Jesus right now. And we don't even miss him. In fact, we're saying, hey, calm down. We've got Trossard. We're not even seeing Nketiah getting a look in, and we're banging the goals in. And I like the fact that it is over the last couple games, we've been peppering the goals in. So it's not just a case of, hey, we need a striker.
Who's been playing through the middle?
Trossard, Leo.
Is that what Trossard's been playing in the 9, yeah?
He's been cooking.
Yeah.
He's been cooking. And more output, goals-wise.
Okay.
And before I go, sorry, Marks. Obviously, my cousins and that have been talking. There's a big report in France this week that obviously Mbappe is supposed to be going to Real Madrid, and they're trying to replace him with 2 players, Osimhen and Sane or Rashford. So they're saying 65, 70 mil. What are you saying?
What, for Rashford?
Yeah, for Rash,
No,
big Marcus.
we need 100.
Well, for Rashi.
Yeah.
Maybe you like 100.
Huh?
You would like 100.
Just from the value, we paid.
Forget about what you paid.
No, so it's the value that we would put in a minute. These are our assets. We paid 80 million or 90 million for Anthony. So our Rashford is a bigger, more expensive asset than Anthony. So we would put more money on him. You wouldn't. He's not even. He just signed a new contract. You wouldn't be able to get Rashford for 60, 70 million.
Just imagine Rashford going to Real Madrid for 100 million. The world is
PSG.
PSG for 100 million. The world is finished.
Right.
100 million for Rashford.
Yeah, that's good going.
For you, it is. Obviously. You want as much money as you can get from him.
Yeah, but he's a £100 million player.
Worth.
You think
Anthony's 80 million pounds worth?
Anthony is not proved to be that, no.
But yet Rashford is 100?
You've seen Rashford, man. You know what Rashford's on.
That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
If you wanted Rashford, how much would you would expect to part close to £100 million for him?
Because of the
because of who he is. Because of what he does, what he's going to bring to the table.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Okay. Slams
question.
Only thing I have to do with is inconsistency, innit? But it slams goals.
I feel that this summer something mad is going to happen in regards to Mbappe and Arsenal.
He's
You heard it first. You heard it first.
But you're laughing, yeah. But except Real Madrid, who else can you go? Where else can you go except us? Except
answer the question, Marks. Answer the question. We are looking very, very promising and appetizing for any young baller right now, and he already knows he can just easily go to Real Madrid. But Bellingham's there, man. You're not gonna outstage Bellingham.
Do you reckon he's an exciting prospect like that?
People care about Real Madrid anymore. Spanish football.
The most exciting, yeah, definitely.
People care about the Premier League, man.
I think, especially like a big player coming into the Premier League, I think you look at Liverpool, City, of course.
This is crazy.
Then you go.
You know, it's Arsenal. Arsenal's in the
No,
middle.
but then you go United because you want the biggest establishment. You know what I'm trying to say? And then you start to think about London, money, and then you go Chelsea. And then you go Arsenal. Osherman's looking now. Osherman's coming here now. Not from what would fit or whatever, but I'm just saying, just in his mind, looking at the team prospects, Arsenal's like 4th, 5th on that list, no? You look at City, you look at...
I don't want Osherman.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying just on stats, you look at City and Liverpool. As a Nigerian man, you look at Manchester United because it's the biggest club in the world.
Liverpool's losing their main
then you go Chelsea.
Draw. Liverpool's losing their draw.
No, but I'm saying he can go back and beat that. I'm saying as far as the draw goes for players.
When club goes, Liverpool ain't the same anymore.
If they get Xavi Alonso, Xavi Alonso's moving like the truth. He's undefeated. Xavi Alonso's moving like the second coming. He's moving like we ain't had one in a while. And he's moving like it might be him. It might be him.
Arteta's him.
Hey, it's a take. Wait. It's a take because
Arteta is they them.
He has history at Liverpool, innit? What did you just say?
You're doing so well.
This guy.
You're doing so well.
Oh man.
Man said Arteta is him.
Oh man.
Arteta is they them. I don't know what he's talking about. That is crazy. Him.
But
you shut this conversation down.
All right, sorry, let's go. I've got one more thing to read. We're going to get out of it.
Frenchie, thank you very much.
Love.
Oh, my goodness.
Nice little discourse there. It's good to be back. Anyway. Last little headline I got for you to read is about Lawrence Okolie. He's eyeing up, moving up in weight. You get me? He wants a championship comeback. He wants a championship comeback. So Lawrence Okolie will return, looking to reclaim a world title. The former WBO cruiserweight champion is considering a move up in weight. Boxer promoter Ben Shalom has told Sky Sports. In a wild fight last year, Okolie lost his title to Chris Billam Smith at the Vitality Stadium in Bournemouth. He hasn't boxed since that contest in May, but potentially could still return in a world title fight. I think we're going to look to move up to heavyweight or fight immediately for a world title at Bridgewater, Ben Shalom told Sky. After an unconvincing outing against David Light and then defeat to Billiam Smith, a move up in weight could be just what Okolie needs, suggested Shalom. The reason his performances hasn't been at the level he was used to is I do think the weight, as he's a 6'6" guy, this is personal opinion and especially at the top level, was getting in the way of his very best performances. I think he's looking very seriously at heavyweight division, possibly Bridgewater first, and I think that's where we're going to see Lawrence in the latter stages of his career. Yeah. That is the end of our sports headlines. Let's get into Dana here. Dana here. So I didn't get through all of it. There's a story here. There's a teacher that's been she had to resign actually. She hasn't had her license revoked, but she had to resign because she's had an inappropriate relationship with a male student. A 37-year-old teacher at a prestigious Manhattan high school had an inappropriate relationship with a male student at 17, where she led him into a locked bathroom and she's handed him a wad of cash.
PD.
The story was getting interesting. I was reading it and I don't know, man, because there's so many conversations to have because men and women in these situations, they always see things so differently. They are differently. Men have weird conversations around that. Like men would hear a 17-year-old boy with a teacher and be like, yay, but is it really right? Is it wrong? It's a contentious topic.
No, but she's a paedophile. She's a paedophile.
He's 17. Well,
how old is she?
37.
But he's still under 18, isn't it? So he's still a kid. So she's still a paedophile.
Yeah, but I'd be on that though. Like, as a 17-year-old man.
Boy.
Huh?
You're not a man. A 17-year-old boy.
As a 17-year-old man, I'd be on a 37-year-old thing. Like, I'd do, like, because men are we're built different, innit?
No, man, that's dangerous.
You see, like when the lion leads the pride, when he gets things, he's the young boy, you know? Like, he's not, it's the young boy, virile, young. There's nothing like, as a man, being young and strong and virile is not necessarily, it's not a bad thing, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but that's the thing, that he's not a man, he's a boy.
I'm just saying, because I see it, I thought she was getting in trouble. I thought he was snitching. I was saying they don't make men like they used to. You get me? But apparently he didn't snitch. What happened was he's not giving any story about it. This is why they can't take her license, and she's had to resign on her own stunts because they don't know what going on. So basically, they've seen them on a CCTV camera in the school having an inappropriate conversation on a stairwell for like 30 minutes, innit? But they can't help what they're talking about. They can just see them reasoning, innit? Then like a teacher catches them, says something to them, and then she's moved him, bring him up for the next five flight of stairs or whatever, bring him into a toilet. So now they can't see what's going on in the toilet because there's security there. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Then another teacher's almost come to knock on the toilet. I think it's scared them. Then they've left the toilet one at a time, whatever. And then I think they see them on another stairwell where she's give the youth some money. So in their mind, they're saying, this ain't right. They don't know what's happened.
But you shouldn't be giving kids money, yeah.
Well, you shouldn't be having inappropriate conversations or arguments on the stairwells for 30 minutes. You shouldn't be walking into the bathroom together. You shouldn't have got handed a wad of cash, innit? But she's refusing to comment on the situation. The son ain't talking. The son's parents have refused them from talking to the youth. So no one can't talk, no one can't say nothing, no one can't come into it. I think the woman just resigned and she's going about her business.
As in there's no consequences?
Mm-mm.
That's sad.
Consequences for what? We don't know what happened. He
She
could
can-
be. He could be a dealer.
Then she can show the drugs that he sold her.
No, she'll get in trouble. She don't want to do that.
So she'd rather people thought she was a paedophile than know that she's on drugs.
But she hadn't lost her license. Maybe you can lose your license for maybe you lose your teaching license for being.
You definitely lose if you're a paedophile. And if there's rumors about you being a paedophile, you're not gonna be hired by any other schools.
Yes, she will. America's huge. You go to another state, be a whole new person. They won't
That's
even,
true, actually.
Don't
That
even
is-
think like she's got a teaching license.
that
Like,
is
she's
true.
straight. She's straight.
That is a word.
I think the women who operate like men in the same situation should be shamed, just like the men.
100%.
They should be shamed.
I knew that would be your take on it.
Yeah, because regardless of how we've been conditioned to see life, she still knows better. The same way the man still knows better. The same way women have been conditioned to want older men. There's no difference here.
I'm gonna send you a clip. If I can I send it to the Instagram?
My email, if you want me to play it.
No way to play it.
What is it? Is it like a sex tape or something? I can't play that.
I can't play that.
I don't even want to watch it. In fact, I'm a child of God.
Shit. Okay, no, sorry. I thought I sent it to someone, but I know where it is. I can find it. Bear with me. No, bear with me, because you got to play this. You have to.
I do think men need to start looking at it as pedophilia, though. It's not right.
Yeah.
This whole narrative about men love sex, so any kind of sex that's given to them, even if it's violating them, is okay, is not right.
No, I mean, this. What the hell, man? How do I share this shit?
Plus, isn't she an educator?
Yeah, exactly.
So she's supposed
So
to
she
be.
knows that this is absolutely wrong.
She's got
Teach okay.
That's the word, to look after people. So that's wrong, definitely, in that sense of things.
She needs to explain what she went to the toilet to do.
Yeah, but you know,
Make her take a lie detector test.
Because there's always one rule for men and one rule for women. There's always one rule for men and one rule for women. Women is different, so it's good that you said that you wanted to treat the women like how you treat the men. Because I want to know if a man was saying what this woman's about to say, how would it be perceived? Not just Esther.
And now,
Honestly, the last one I hit was 21.
how was that?
It was amazing. Because I've been hitting the old men so long.
So, and they're more sensual and slow. You got a
Slow
young
and-
stud, 21-year-old. He knocks your rocks off.
I wasn't ready. You know, the old man, he come, that's it. That's a wrap for the next probably 24 to 48 hours. Don't touch him. Don't look at him.
Okay,
He's
so I'm old.
done. But a young man, that 21-year-old, so I'm like doing a wash machine trick, tearing this up. He lasts 4 minutes. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm the shit, superhead, boom, back hard. What is this? You mean we can go again tonight?
Yeah.
I just can't get enough of them. I grew up in an era where if men did eat coochie, they didn't brag about it. They didn't tell their boys they ate coochie. Now these 21-year-olds is like putting their whole tongue up your ass with no shame. It's
That is in
different.
now. That is
Like
in.
they a different level of freaky.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean I went all the way from 55 to 21, and that 21 hit different.
Do you prefer older?
Is she a pervert?
Question. What's the washing machine effect? What is that?
I don't know. It's just, that must be her technique. I couldn't even.
What is it though? What's the? I'm asking you.
Washing machine.
you have to. You can't. You have to answer. She's the only person you could answer.
Washing machine goes like that, right?
Spin.
It's just,
Maybe.
what context do you use it in again?
She was giving him head the washing machine thing.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking about.
She might have been like the double-handed twist joint. I don't know.
I thought it was when you were sitting on the washing machine.
I have no clue.
Actually, no, but then she would have to be the one on the washing machine. I don't know.
I have no clue. I wish I knew.
Anybody in the chat who know, please let us know, and forever be seen as the sex correspondent.
Not forever.
Because boy, this question was, if a man said that, what would people say?
Yeah, she said I went from 55 to 21. If there was a man there openly saying, boy, I'm not going to lie, them 21 hit different. I used to think that, but now I'm just slamming them up. They just want it all night. They would be seen as, that's red flags, isn't it? It's predator, pervert kind of thing.
It depends on the space they're in. Because that's what a lot of men say that about wanting younger women. So it depends on what space they're in.
Okay, so as a woman, as a protector, how do you feel about what she said? Are you worried for the young 21-year-old she's...
Yeah, I feel like as a grown person, I don't think you should be with people that are young enough to be your kids, that are half your age.
Okay.
I just don't agree with it. I think I'm here for an age gap, but it has to be a healthy age gap. That one sounds very predatory, saying that this is the people... And I think it's always a case when you say that's what you're going to seek out, it's always just it leaves a bad taste. Yeah, it just leaves a bad taste, man. You can't be seeking out young people. That's wild.
Greek said that's the double hand going one way and her head going the other way.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
Is that what washing machines do? When it is that I close it and press 30 minutes? Boop.
Maybe.
Apparently.
Wow.
You're going one way, the washing machine's going the other way.
That's thorough.
Isn't it?
See, but also, like, we're adults and we're men. 21-year-olds, like, he could be able to make the decision if he wants to slam up this 55-year-old woman or not. Like,
To be
what
honest,
are we
at this
doing
point,
here?
if you are allowed to drink, drive,
Bruv,
have a mortgage, all
They
this
made
stuff.
Saka take the last penny when he was 19.
This connection is hilarious.
Can you
Connect it
imagine?
for me.
The hopes
Relate it to me.
of
Go
the
on.
nation. If that man
You're
could
saying
take
the
that
responsibility
penny,
that he was
the
given.
responsibility that this man was given, if he could take that penny and put the hopes of the nation on his soldier, on his back, he could slam up big woman. What are you talking about? These men can go to war. They can vote. They can take penalties in the Euros finals. You were talking about can't have a little sex. This is ridiculous. I don't even know who's done it here, but I gotta go because let's get into our outro.
Fair enough.
All right, people. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. Please don't forget to like the video. We greatly appreciate it. And also subscribe to the channel and follow us on our social media platforms, The Day After TNB, on Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. If you want to inquire about the show or feature on the show, our email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.